Control-Delete.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I'm the Great Green Ultra Seizure, and we are live at the new camera setup. I assume you're seeing that?
Did you already Control-Shift-Start?
Yeah.
You already did that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We were streaming the intro. That's why I said just go toggle it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So we're good. We're good. You will notice a new camera setup. We have a truss above us that we have been messing with. The cameras are up there. They're still up a little high. I think we need to lower everything. We're kind of looking up at the sky, so you're going to see a lot of foreheads.
Woo! Question.
There's a lot of foreheads going on.
Don't you saw our microphone? Yeah, dude, you see that too? I think I've got it.
What's that?
Those bald spots.
Oh,
I
I
think
know.
we've all, yeah.
My wife's like, your hair's thinning. I'm like, stop looking at the top of my head.
Yeah.
Don't look at me.
The camera,
Look, yeah.
the audio, the
that's
audio
what I'm feeling like.
is the face down camera.
Okay.
This guy right
That
here.
is our audio for tonight. Yeah.
How does it
It's
sound
not
to you,
moving.
Joe?
Well,
Or do you hear us through this?
He's through the phone.
Okay.
Good.
El telefono. Here, hold on. Let me test something, Joe.
That's loud.
Okay.
That's loud.
Did you guys make a bet if I would do that to him or not?
No, I was like, that's poor Joe.
No, we just knew it would happen at some point.
Sorry,
We just
Joe.
didn't know you'd notice it and be like,
Good thing it's not like Fireball.
hey, let me drop a stone right by your head.
I had to test it.
So when last we left our heroes, you had, let's see, a couple of weeks ago, you fought with all of your guys in the west courtyard.
Hold their own up.
You
I don't know,
came back
Jose can
around
see it.
to the east courtyard.
Pandora.
Well, before you didn't really come around the corner. Instead, you went up the tower. You decided to fight some gargoyles, kinda, sorta. Then, after you put them back in place, you pushed them off onto people.
Yeah, because...
It crushed a bunch of
You
bullywugs.
should specify that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I just
Thylac
was
had
like-
the code word.
Oh, you're wanting the credit?
Yeah,
Ollie decided to push these big, heavy statues.
with the help of Pandora.
With help.
Whose
Pandora.
idea was that?
I don't know.
And we
It was a great idea.
we crushed both bullywugs and lizard folk with it. It
You
was
got,
awesome.
you got a little everything. But then you shimmied down the side of the main tower, and Ollie decided with his expertise in
Bullshittery.
in stone cutting
Yeah.
that he could find a flaw in the rock and use his halberd to pry this rock out, which caused a collapse in the sidewall and made somewhat of a difficult terrain barrier. The arrows were still getting to you. But at that point, you kind of went back into the Great Hall. You drug people to you. There was some kiting. There was an illusion, which made the bullywugs very confused. And
That was
there was some bloodletting. People died. People cried. Well, very few people cried. And short version, I think that's where we're at.
There was a move on my part. In the heat of the moment, I took one of the poisons, thinking, everybody here is bad now. So I just chucked it out at them,
Oh yeah.
and one of them happened to be Snapjaw, and he's dead now by his friends.
Yeah, his friends stabbed him to death.
So that happened.
Oh yeah.
Just
Yep.
Like we
I'm
pretty
just
much
just
tore that
warning you.
open. Like
Yeah.
out of game. I got some shit coming to me. Like, karma's not...
But you don't know that you killed him.
Right, I have no idea. I'm just
Yeah.
like, I hope I'm doing the right thing.
Of
So-
course, the DM
worshipping.
describes it how it was, and you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
and
But
then
I
the
have-
hand I threw through
Yeah.
the illusion is no longer in that room.
Yeah. I used a minor illusion to shut a door. It was great. They believed it.
Yeah. We killed Born Grey.
Yeah, Born Grey is dead.
We didn't even give him an option to do his surrender.
He kept
thing that
coming
was
after
supposed
us.
to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
You even motioned like, dude.
I know.
Let's
Yeah.
fix this.
So I gave him the lightning.
You give him a sparkly touch.
Exactly.
All right. So, I am, as I remember it, you all are just basically inside that doorway.
This is where the
Hand
Yes.
is.
hand, but
So the
where
poison was
the
dropped.
poison and whatever bodies remain from that last.
Right, and I believe you were just inside that doorway, about where your
Yeah.
pizza is right now.
Right. It would be
Yeah.
That's my understanding, kind of
We
where
were
you
rounding
all
that.
are at.
Yeah.
because we would have come into that kitchen now.
Right.
hmm
Were we gonna go down to the basement? And
We have nothing else here, I don't think. Like,
Well, we
'cause
don't know where.
Can we perceive anybody still fighting over here after all that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah,
this
there
is
was
still
still
massive.
fighting.
This is
Yes,
not like all these people are down.
the bullywugs have pulled up a second wave of infiltration, so to speak,
Okay.
coming across the causeway. You still hear all the drum beats. You know, kind of the alarming drum beats that you heard from just a few minutes ago. I mean, in total time, we've probably only been 15 minutes. From
I
the
say we
time-
run down to
Maybe
that.
from the time that
Yeah.
you started this first battle in the West, everything that you've seen here is probably 15 minutes,
Yeah.
maybe 20 if we're pushing it, for trying to say it took a long time.
Do you guys know
I mean-
of anything else we're trying to loot?
I think we pretty much are good to
Because
go.
you guys, I don't remember all those places like you guys do.
I
Is there
mean,
any
we
other
got
spells?
everything. I think out of Warren Gray's room. There was the dude with the.
Resman?
Can we
Yeah.
roll history
No,
to
not
see if we
Resman.
think
He's
the
already
DM
looted.
has any more loot hidden for us?
If there's anything
He's
we might have
looted
forgotten.
Resminer's room, but we also have what's his name?
I really don't think
Tattooed head guy.
there's
that's
anything I
Aang.
haven't given you.
Yeah, I don't think
Hey,
He
That's
bends
what I
air.
was gonna
He's an airbender.
Yeah.
Yeah, the airbend. Yeah, I think we've been everywhere.
Did we go to his room though?
That's the last one, isn't he?
I history checked
Yeah,
with
I don't-
17
I really
if there's
think
anything
that-
else.
I
His
really
was-
think that I think you all have kind of looted the living stuffing out of this place.
Well, you hinted,
I
so
know.
Yeah.
we took those hints.
Yeah.
No,
I
his was below Greyborn's.
Yeah, his is first.
Oh, okay.
It was
first
it was
floor.
the very first
Okay.
place that I
As
Sorry,
far
looked
as
at.
Santa
just, you
Claus.
just walk right in.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. He's in the guest quarters below
Warren
Warren
Gray.
Gray.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I like how you put that in quotations because he's gonna die.
The
Wait,
guest.
The
Oh,
guest
wait, he's
quarters.
one guy we haven't seen.
He is-
Oh, I
No
was just
longer
saying maybe they
welcome.
have a more interesting relationship rather than he's just a guest.
Oh,
Oh.
oh,
Well,
foreshadowing
It's
his
the
death.
guest account.
So,
Foreshadowing it.
we haven't
Go back
seen
to
him
that.
out here fighting.
No.
No, you
but
Yeah. Should
tons
we
of
go?
people ran past us to go to that basement. We don't know what's going on in that basement.
We know Resmir ran to the basement.
We still don't. Other
Poison.
than everybody thinking that frogs were coming to
Yeah.
do something, they just
They were
sprinted.
killing each other as they were sprinting to the basement.
They were. So I say we head to the basement if you guys are good with that.
Yeah.
Unless you guys need to do any long rest or anything.
His face.
Short rest
Let
is
me
like
check my spell slots.
15 minutes.
Sorry, friend. There's no long rest.
Yeah, I think he might have only used like one.
Well, Thylak, if you don't have any spell slots, I think a friend over here can give you one or two, right?
Well,
Yeah.
we could mark spells. I don't think he used any.
I don't know that he marked any.
I don't think
spells.
he used any.
I
Yeah.
think he didn't.
Yeah, I really
Uh,
don't
Hey,
think he walked
I'm
around.
going to be honest, I don't remember how to get there.
I can't remember him using
I have
it.
1 first level, 2 second, and 2 third.
Yeah, I don't think he did. I think he used cantrips.
Then you've got. Yeah, I think he.
Yeah, I think he
Yeah.
cantripped.
Right, but this is he should have some spells used from before then, but he
Right.
didn't use any during the
Right.
last session. So
Right.
you should still be good
Right.
there because he was only viewing
Okay.
it. He couldn't. Beep boop 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 boop.
Yeah, he wasn't booping around. I didn't do that.
I
Well,
think we're good.
if we're
I
good to
mean,
go down, on
do-
our way down, the only thing I want to do is see if any of those people were alive that got slashed by their friends initially.
Okay.
If there's any last living breath, to talk to them and ask where everybody went. Because I know it's been a few minutes. They probably
They're dragon claws, right?
let out whatever they are. I don't know. Do they? I was gonna say, do I speak their language? Are you gonna have to speak for me?
I don't know.
The
I think
dragon
they
wings.
speak common.
If so, then I'm gonna mention it to him to go
They
ahead and
speak
talk to
common,
them.
I think.
Yeah,
They've been talking to us
cultists.
in common.
Give me a dragon word. I'm gonna add it in.
Who's
Yeah. Hey,
and then you
how
they
is
go
everything?
flying. That's how you should have knocked those gargoyles off.
That was neat.
Yeah, Dragonlings speak common.
Okay, good. That's the only thing I'd like to do.
I
on
want
our
to
way down.
see if we are going to go buy them on the way out. I want to see if I can loot like a cloak off of one of them.
Ooh.
I mean, it has blood and stab marks and slices, but
Yeah,
It washes out.
it washed. Yeah, it washed, right?
Minor mending.
Margie's mending.
Today's sponsor for our
That's a genius idea.
Her phone number is.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
111. 111. Thanks, Twitch.
Okay. So as you kind of holler and decide to make your way back through the great hall, kind of going back down to the door downstairs, you go to check the bodies of
Right.
these guys,
That hit the
and
floor.
no, these two guys have killed each other. They definitely there's no breath of life left in either one of them.
What about the wild?
Do we recognize either of them? Like, have they been a name of anybody that we've met?
I caught that.
They're just they kind of I don't know. Were you ever in the tower where the books were being sorted?
Negative.
Okay.
You were. I thought you were.
I don't think
If
I
you, I was saying anyone who these
I
guys
was.
were from there,
I was.
so
yeah.
you would recognize them as these are
Okay.
guys that were book
That's
sorters.
where they caught me for the.
So you would know
Yeah,
that.
so
as
I'm
well.
just saying you
Okay.
would recognize. They're not that they have names per se, but
Right.
you would recognize their faces based on where they worked. You'd notice that these were previously the book sorting.
Can I take one of their cloaks?
Sure, it's got some blood on it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Like, how much blood are we
color is it,
talking?
and how
Like-
big is this cloak?
There's like stab holes in it.
Okay.
There's like a couple of stab holes in it.
Okay.
And a reasonable amount of blood.
Mm,
Is this a red cloak? So the
Yeah,
blood
what color is the
matches?
cloak?
Is it like a
Gray.
maroon?
That's a gray
it's
cloak.
great. Mm. Okay.
So it's just a darker gray stain with a red hint.
I
Yeah.
think it'd be noticeable. I don't know. I'll leave it.
If you had theatrics, you could play like, oh, help me.
Yeah. Pretend I
We
was in a
should
battle.
have some club soda. I do remember picking some of that up.
We got some shouts.
Just make sure you blot it.
Yeah.
Blot.
Shout it.
Some warm water.
Yeah, hold on, let me see that.
Cold water for blood.
Cold water for blood.
Cold
Oh,
water.
okay. Cold water. There we go.
And why is that? Is there a reason why cold water
It
works better
clots
with blood?
less.
I don't think it sets it in.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't know if you, being with your training, understood what heat did to the hemoglobin. Like,
No, if I get blood on stuff, I throw it in the blue bin.
It's blue bin.
throw it in the blue bin. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm gonna do unless there's anything else you guys want to do before we head down. Or
Is there
try
anything of value on the bodies?
Define value.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Did temporary Thylac tell you about what
The two dragons?
Yes,
Okay.
that's what we were
Yeah.
just talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was
Does-
two
does
dragons.
Joe know
we
that?
told him he knew
Yes.
He knew that?
From
No.
We
He
just
knows
told
that.
him.
Yeah, they told
Now
me.
he
that.
knows.
We told him that he's the one who told us.
All along. He was like, man, they were pulling some Scooby-Doo stuff.
That's what we
Oh,
were
that's
talking
what the Scooby Doo was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't understand the context of the.
about. There's two dragons.
But that's Zoidberg. That's completely different.
Oh, gosh, I used to watch that show.
Okay, I wasn't trying to do that. I was just trying to.
It sounded like it was, it was good. It was good.
Okay, I see how you are.
Your mantle of inspiration is right there.
Your mantle of inspiration has arrived. All right. So yeah, you noticed them, and I guess you're just gonna head straight downstairs.
Well, is there anything on their bodies as we're kind of looking? Like, I always want to see if they have. Yeah.
You see swords and
Okay.
and scabbards. I mean, they have
Bag of holding.
The bodies. and
What I'm
everything.
saying is that you would have known if you looked, if you take more than 5 seconds, but I don't know that you would have looked for more than 5 seconds
Yeah,
with
since
the
we're
battle
kind of-
going on.
Yeah.
But about the only thing you notice is they have swords, and the scabbards kind of look like the one that Bogbluck had when you were back at the Carnath Roadhouse.
Okay.
It's got kind of a dragonish motif, kind of like some hammered leather, dragon scales and claws and stuff
Okay.
kind of up on the hammer, on the top of the scabbard.
Okay.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
if you wanted a sword,
Eh,
you can have a sword.
Ollie. I don't know.
It's
I don't
not-
know.
What is it?
Not-
I mean, I'll
I don't
take it to-
wield
I'll
If
swords.
you want a sword, you can keep your
I'll
sword.
take it
Yeah.
to sell
I'm good.
if you want me to hold it.
Or if you ever lose your full armor, trying to topple down
Pick-
a
topple stuff in you.
topple a tower.
Has Jamna caught up with us yet?
Nope.
That son of a gun. Like she knew we were coming this
She
way.
was killed at the Carnath Roadhouse.
She was not. Don't you say things like that. And I'm gonna be holding my halberd
He
at
has-
you when you say that.
He just has all these memories of bad breath, and he keeps
Yeah.
getting up of it. But no, I mean, no, you haven't seen her.
Okay.
There's currently no. There's just talking. All right, so you all go ahead and run downstairs. As you get to the kind of the first room, it is just a slapdash sklabber mess. Yeah, I just don't know another way to describe it. There is mud and muck. It looks almost like people fell down and slid. What I'm saying is, it's not like regular footprints anymore. There's like sliding,
Oh wow.
slip sliding away in the mud and the muck.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, it looks almost like people were clawing or climbing at each other to move forward
Oh wow.
in their pursuit. It was not like what you had walked before, where there were definite footprints and muddy prints and stuff. This is almost like when people were running downstairs, they lost their footing and they couldn't
Just trying
quite
to keep
catch
going.
up, and they are on a mission.
Is there any blood?
There's a little blood, but I wouldn't say that you would really notice it as, oh look, there's a nice blood trail, because it's
Okay.
really this sloppy mud.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that you'd notice zero blood, but it's
Okay.
not like this defined
Okay.
trail
Like
of,
somebody's bleeding
oh,
out.
someone's bleeding a
Right.
kidney over there. No,
Okay.
no,
I would
there's
like
nothing like that.
to reach down,
Mhm.
grab 2 rocks, cast light on each of them,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go into the cavern that should be straight that way. If we came down the thing, did our turn, it should be a crack that we have not gone back in.
Oh, okay. The crack where the little water.
Yeah, the water
scribble
came
thing?
through
Okay.
this, and I just want to like go enough and then just a rock and see.
It's behind there.
Okay. So as you throw back in there, you hear a kasploosh.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you hear.
Okay. And I'm peering in when I throw this. Like I'm not just like around the corner chucking it. Like,
Oh, okay.
I'm going in the room and I'm like
I see
softball
your
tossing it
softball tossing.
and lighting up the room.
Okay, so you were able to kind of underhand throw this light globule. You know, you're kind of standing in somewhat ankle deep water.
Mm.
You know, maybe it seems like if you farther you go in, the deeper it gets. Somewhere about 15 feet in, you kind of maybe 20 feet in. That's where the rock kind of hits and kind of goes underwater, right?
Okay.
So now you see a glow underwater. Adds kind of an eerie, that underwater light
Couple.
to things. Yeah, like a big kasploosh. And then, but what you can see is that on a little farther away, there's a rise up and an edge, and there's kind of a flat area that to you looks maybe 20 feet across, and you can see maybe 15 feet through the crack this way, and then it kind of keeps going back, and you can't tell how far to the right it goes. And there's water kind of all in this. There's a big pool and a raised flat spot.
You want to come rinse your blood off in the thing, and then I'll move a little further in, trying to hug the wall on the left side, so that way I can get more in. And I'm gonna
So
try.
you're just gonna be in the water when you do that.
That's fine. I want
I'm
to.
just letting you know. The
Okay, there
left
is
side
no-
is water.
Okay.
The
I
right
can-
side, if you went to the right, you would get up onto some dirt once you get about 30 feet in, roughly.
Okay. I just want a place where I can chuck my other light rock
To the ledge.
to the ledge up there.
Okay.
Do we hear anybody down there? I don't know.
You just hear this water kind of falling into the into the this underground water. I mean, it's like a big pool.
Okay.
So you just hear water kind of coming into it, but it's not like a full running water. It would be almost like a fast drip, like a little trickle more than anything, but not anything.
Is there anything that we can see, like worth of value or any kind of?
I was getting there, Derek. Just kidding. I'm teasing you.
Just wondering that we see as we're coming down.
No, it appears that there's a.
Just okay.
It looks like kind of a cave.
Okay.
Even the flat spot seems like it's wet and damp, like there's moisture dripping from the ceiling. There's little stalactites. I mean, it appears to be a pool.
Okay.
It doesn't appear to be much of anything at a distance. I mean,
Right.
there's nothing there that you've noticed.
So if we're able to see.
So how far in have you gone? I'm just trying to.
Right. What do you guys think?
So let me draw you a little bit of something here. Basically, if you're standing in this fissure, goes into this room, you can see maybe 30 feet, and you see kind of the edge of an escarpment, right? You can tell that this is all water, right? And you feel like it kind of goes back around this way, and then it's back around this direction, right? You can kind of see here. You can't see what's around the corner. You can't necessarily see all the way to the far side because your glow globe is right here. Does that make sense? And it's underwater,
Right.
like 5 feet of water.
Okay.
So you can tell that there's something over there, and you can tell that there's generally more water around here. It looks like there's a curved dirt surface. Even this is kind of damp. It's got little puddles on it and stuff like that where it's been dripping. But I can't describe more to you unless you were like, okay,
Right.
I'm going to go move my 30 feet into the water. I'm going to go walk back there. There's not more I can describe to
Can you
from
walk
where
on
you're
water?
standing.
I can walk on water. I'm gonna kick that water walking
What's
on.
going on?
Oh, okay.
Jordan, what's going on with that?
What?
Okay.
Do we have spray?
Just 'cause it's been on there a while.
We
It's red.
do.
It's right over there.
It's right over there.
It's right over
Okay,
there.
so you're going to water
It's right
walk
over
it. Okay.
I'm walking on sunshine.
So all of a sudden you go, and your feet are on top. You are walking on the water.
How does it feel like to be like Jesus?
You know.
You wouldn't know.
Yeah.
2 different time, 2 different eras. So where
Yeah,
do I
yeah.
need to set these?
Just perfect. It's beautiful.
Because I feel like you are the only one.
I think we
Yeah.
should use a
Here.
single
We're
die
all
to
back
represent
here.
us because we are not going to have enough room for that.
Okay, well that's perfect.
You know what I mean?
I thought I had a map of the downstairs. Didn't I have a map of the downstairs?
Yeah, we
Oh,
definitely
you got a
Boy,
map to
dude.
my downstairs.
We did use a map.
Downstairs.
And how?
Because we
You
drew
do have
it
a
on-
downstairs map.
Yeah.
Because,
I drew the map, yeah. I drew it from memory. I'll do
Right.
it again if
That's
you'd like.
true. You did a pretty awesome job. Anyway,
Can you do it?
You'd have to do it on this though.
please, no. Let's not spend 20 minutes doing that because we have.
So you get 2 minutes and start.
If we take a 3-minute break for coffee, for you and I,
Mm-hmm.
then it would give you 3 minutes to draw as best you want. Is that trade? Is that a trade?
Yeah.
All right.
Do you feel like
We're going to
be
go
done
on a break
soon?
for a few minutes while we do this, and Jordo does some stuff.
Do you
So
want
if
to
you hit Control 1.
That's what I tell my kids
And we're
to
back. So Jordan has drawn quite the map from memory. Of course, he didn't have time to draw it to scale or to paint it, so feel free to, Oh, yep, there you go.
What is that?
That's the drop, where there was a drop.
There's
and then
a-
this is the
there's a
fort
drop.
room.
Where are
This is
we?
the
We are right
we're-
here.
Oh,
Yep.
that's backwards to me.
Well, yeah.
Right. I
That's the crack.
just. That's
Yeah,
how I remember
you did
seeing
great.
it.
It is upside down from the traditional presentation of North. No. It's fine.
I'll spin this.
It's my way. I like
so
it the
which
way I
way
see
do we need to do north of this for this scenario?
North is that end?
Yeah, no, North is that way.
Oh.
So this would be the Bullywog's chamber, I guess.
That's
Can you
where
see
the
and read all that,
that's where
Joe?
the tadpoles were.
Oh, okay.
I need to scoot this
See,
out
yeah.
here if I could.
He's
Just
got-
to
No,
get
it's
the-
perfect.
Or maybe it was here. I think it was.
It's good
Oh, okay.
because
I can
we know it is.
I can see it.
This is Splattergoose
That's it. Okay.
throne was
Yeah.
right here.
Yep,
That's
and
right,
there's
yep.
that's where the bodies hit the floor.
Yep.
Those two
And
chambers.
the poisons.
Yep.
What was this one?
What's that?
That's our
That's the portal.
porter room.
Oh, that we determined.
what you
it
think.
was
What
a-
we think it
It was a
is.
triangle.
Right.
I thought.
You haven't been in that room. I
Yeah,
know
we-
better.
Yeah, we have.
There was
Yeah.
a yeah.
We've been in
did.
that room.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
we
Because you
definitely
did
did.
find the. That's right.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a triangle of something, something in the shape of a.
Thylac knows the word.
Yeah.
I have it.
Bermuda Triangle. Or Fermenta cheese.
I
You
do know
found
the word.
this on the floor.
Found
Are we
blue.
teleporting now?
Do what, Joe?
Not yet. We're working on it.
Are we teleporting now?
No, not yet.
We're heading that way.
I didn't know what else.
Okay.
The word is Faubluher, right? Young Frankenstein?
Okay.
I'm making history checks as we speak.
Okay. So what are you doing in here? So you're water walking. Where do you want to go?
I want to chuck my rock, like I want to walk around on the far side over here and
Okay.
chuck my rock up to see if there's anything, and then I'm just going to do an investigation to see if there's anything valuable or if this is just like a clean water room.
Are we with you?
As you throw your rock, your next glowing rock, into the farthest point away,
That's not good.
you see something glinty in addition to the stone that you threw. You're going to need to.
Saving throw?
No, you're going to need if you're. I need to know. Are you walking? Are you just standing there? Are you gonna walk straight to that far corner? Like, in other words, you can now see that this chamber is more.
Analogy doesn't.
It's more like this, and there's a big dirt cropping like that, and then this is water, right?
Yeah.
And as you throw your stone over here, and I assume you're standing on the water,
Right.
probably moved in a little more. You can see there's something over here in the corner. There's an extra little glinty right over there. So, I just need to know where you're.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, hey, someone watch my back. I'm gonna go to the far side of this cave. That way, if the rest of us need to, we
Okay.
can continue down this way. I will.
Are you going to leave your water walking on, or are you just
I'm gonna leave it on.
go
I'm
stand in the
gonna
dirt?
find another piece of wall or another rock, and I'm gonna take the one off the rock that's right here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna light that one up, and I'm gonna carry it with me.
Okay.
I'll slightly walk in the room just to see. I basically want to see, like, stand here until he goes around that corner. So I'll just stand like right here, just kind of keep my eye out for anything. And I do have dark vision too.
Same. I
Okay.
hope it doesn't burn
I've
your
got
eyes
periscope
with this smell.
out the water.
Ollie purposely got in the water just so he can.
Is the ledge too high to actually see onto?
No, you can see on there.
Okay. Does it look like there's anything on the?
No, just that there's water dripping from the stalactites,
Okay.
and there's little puddles of water on there.
Okay. We don't hear anything other than the water.
No, everything in this room is pretty much.
Just water.
It's its primary sound is water. It would be you'd have to talk over it.
Okay.
There's enough noise that you kind of, I wouldn't say you have to raise your voice,
Mm-hmm.
but you certainly couldn't hear a whisper in this room.
Are there any signs in the dirt or anything on the on that ledge that there might be some kind of animal or something crawling around up there, or that had been there at one point?
Roll investigation.
I'd like to get about 30 feet away from it.
From what?
This glimmering.
Okay.
object.
13.
It just looks like shimmering water. Like you hear,
Okay.
you see stuff, and you see the puddle, and every so often the puddle will kind of run, and you see puddles.
Okay.
I don't know how to describe it. It's like
Okay.
rock, and there's
Up on the ledge.
up on the ledge.
Okay.
There's rock and dirt, and it looks like there's puddles.
Okay.
That's all I can describe it.
Okay.
As far as I know I have a keen sense of smell, but as far as using that down here, do I notice anything of deteriorating or anything
I would hate to smell down here.
more gross than
Not
So-
any worse than it was the last time we were down here. Yeah, it's very wet, and it's a very musty. What's that? It's got a really heavy mildew smell.
Okay.
Is probably the best way I could describe it.
My sinuses are killing me. Lilac is like,
I don't
it
smell
doesn't-
any toad stuff is what I'm trying to figure out, if it smells toady to me, whatever that might smell like.
Froggy.
Froggy.
Um,
Because it's not like I've not been in nature before.
I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of, I guess you'd say, maybe a decay.
It's not like something was eating rotten fish and left fish guts on the dock, and now I smell that kind of scent in this
It
area.
wouldn't be that particular scent. I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, there's a little bit of a smell of rot, maybe in general, but it's not like you left a steak out for a week for the flies.
Right,
rot.
so I can't discern what it is exactly. It doesn't smell good, but it's not like I can something was eating.
You know that it's decay. What I'm saying is that it's a more gentle decay. It would be more. Like I said, there's a difference between rotting meat, like a rotting carcass,
Right.
versus rotting leaf litter. It still has a little poo smell.
Right.
It's still got a little
stanky leg.
like it's really unpleasant, but it's not. I wouldn't call it hurl worthy or immediate hurl worthy. You're not trying to choke back the try.
Nothing that makes me think, hey, I mean, we're already on edge because of the battle and everything above, but it's
Sure.
not like it's anything that gives me the sense hey guys, this is fishy. You know what I mean? No pun intended.
There's nothing that you obviously see that is there's nothing visual
Don't have
that
dark
would do
vision,
that.
so
But I would say that it does stink worse in this room than it has smelled in the room you just came out of.
okay.
That I can give you.
Okay.
I mean, it's really funky in here.
And I can't whisper. You said it's too.
If you were whispering, they wouldn't be able to hear you.
Okay.
You have to use at least a normal voice.
And how far away are you from ahead of us? You said 30 feet.
No, I'm.
Each square in this is about 10 feet.
Okay.
So yeah, he's about 40 feet out there.
I'm just gonna keep on
You just
watch.
have to-
I'll be more ready,
Okay.
but
I'm
I'm
just
not.
saying you'd have to kind of raise your voice a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get as close to the wall as I can and be 30 feet
Kind of
away.
the outside around and go. Okay.
I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion to make it look like I disappear. So I basically make it look like there's a rock face here now,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and I'm gonna grab whatever that is.
Okay. How large is your mage hand? Is it the size of a human hand, or is it like a fake hand that's like
Like the
and
genie.
it's like,
Yeah.
Spectral floating hand appears at a point you choose within range. Hand lasts for the duration until you dismiss the hand vanishes. Is more than over 30 feet of you, or if you cast the spell again, you can use your action To manipulate an object, open an unlocked door or container, stow or retrieve an item from an open container, to pour contents out of a vial, you can have it up to 30 feet from you. Cannot attack, activate magic items, or carry more than 10 pounds. Does not tell me how big it is.
Okay.
I would imagine it's bigger than a hand, but not like
Huge.
So
a
like
huge hand.
3 hands.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Whatever it needs to be to grab whatever this is. That's what it is. Just kidding.
Right.
As your hand goes towards this glinty, shiny stuff,
Mm-hmm.
Do you have control of it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like it's remote hand.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't.
No, it's
I
just
just never
a
cast this
spectral
before.
hand, and I can tell it to do whatever.
But what I'm saying is, like unseen servant, you're like go wash the dishes, but you don't have any tactile feel of the dishes. So I'm wondering, does Mage
Oh,
Hand
do
give
you
you a
feel
you feel
or
it.
Do you feel what it feels, or you just give it general
No,
commands?
you
I
can
don't
use
think
it to
you would,
manipulate an object. Like I can just go
Right.
do this.
So-
Like I can say, "Hey, go try and pull that out of the ground," but I don't.
so you're
That's
watching,
right,
you're watching
yeah, I
it
don't
do what
think-
it does.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. All right. So you see this hand go down, and it kind of, as it tries to grab whatever this is, you see little glints, and certain things seem to kind of fall out of its hand back onto the floor,
Mm-hmm.
and it's having a difficult time, like trying to just do one thing. So as the hand, I assume the hand comes back to you.
I can stay there.
Disappear.
It's
I
just
think
like
you make
a-
it disappear.
Yeah, I can make
Yeah.
it go
I'm just
away.
saying it is trying to grab something.
And I say, "Scoop."
Okay, so it scoops, and you see it scooped up a number of things, and one more thing fell down. It was an incomplete scoopage.
It's like the machines at like fun houses.
Oh,
Hey.
those are rough. You did not do the claw game very well.
Yeah.
So I need you to roll dexterity.
Plus, like just straight dexterity or saving throw.
Not a
dexterity?
saving. You're not. Nobody's attacking you.
12.
12. There's-
Athletics, you know, or I mean acrobatics.
No, there's nothing out there about it.
I'm
This is
performing
dexterity.
attack, maybe performance.
Okay.
Boom! Change my mind. I'm gonna take my cantrip coin of shape water. I'm gonna click it off, and I'm gonna shape all the water around it. And I'm just gonna pick up that whole thing, mud included. So it's just like a sphere. I gotta find the spell for shape water.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Do I have to look it up, or are you just gonna let me?
It's a 5x5 cube.
It seems
Yeah.
very reasonable.
Cool. I'm gonna do that, and I'm just gonna take it over to them, and just.
So it's
You're just gonna foosh them with.
No, I'm just gonna. We're gonna walk out with that thing, and just go out into the
Main
this area, to where
Okay.
we can sift through it.
Okay. Yeah, that totally makes sense. Yes, you may do that.
Cantrip coins came in handy.
Yeah, that works. That works absolutely beautifully.
Yeah, there you go.
You don't have to worry about the dexterity of your hand. So what you see is once the water is released and dissipated, it was having trouble picking up these gems, these gemstones. There were too many gems for it to
Infinity.
pick up.
That's
and
where
be
she went.
dexterous to grab.
no,
stuff.
it's not Gemma Stone.
Oh, dang it.
So you have it doesn't in our game, it doesn't matter what the gems are. So if you want to call them rubies or emeralds or whatever you want, you have precious stones, 2 of which are worth 50 gold.
Okay. Two gems. 50 G's.
There are 5 gems worth 100 gold each.
I will add that to my others. So there's that.
You have a gem worth 200 gold.
Woo! That's for my favorite person.
Let me know when you're done writing that.
Okay.
You found a gem worth 400 gold.
That must be Gemna.
I'm so glad I used that cantrip coin.
Yeah.
And you found a gem worth 600 gold.
Oh, that
Whoa.
was Jemna. Sorry. She's the best.
You just increased your wealth by 1,800 gold.
Oh my gosh.
Awesome. I will. Yes, my friend Thylak. Don't you do spells with gems, yes?
In the future.
You want hold gem now, or you want me keep gem on hand?
You can keep for now.
Okay.
I don't want to get shivved in the next town.
And where are you all now?
I moved my way back.
So you're back in the main
Yeah.
area.
Right here. Wait.
There's probably more there. There might not be. I have no idea. We'll find out what happens next time.
Next time on Ways to Die. Dumb ways to die.
So, this has not been explored?
Yes, we've been all through all
We've
of
been
it.
All
through
this-
everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have we noticed any bodies on the way? We knew all those people sprinted, screaming toad stuff from upstairs. When they came down this way, are we noticing any bodies hit the floor on our way?
You haven't, other than those two, you haven't seen any bodies yet. But it does look like I said, up until he just douched the place with water, and, now everything's like all smooth. It looked like there was
A stampede of tracks.
some kind of, that or maybe a wrestling match or some other kind of altercation. People were on the floor. They were not necessarily on their feet.
Oh, this is
passing
more
through
than that.
this.
I got you. Not just footprints.
Mom? Dad?
There was
He's
a
laying
lot
you.
happening here. Like
You're
it-
divorced and we're adopted.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think he's seen that video.
I don't think I have any.
Which
So,
we'll see Joseph, mom, dad.
so what are you doing?
Well,
I am.
are there any boxes
Staying-
along the wall, like of treasure, like there used to be?
We're not.
I know you left some up in another room, but the room you're in right now doesn't.
Okay.
So where are you all standing? You're still just there at the entrance where you came in.
Yeah, because we'll have the ladder that we can go up.
Where the-
Do that.
Told you I'm tired today. Like this week's been long.
Oh, I believe it. Do we want to go back for some of the treasure? I think we left it in
It's up.
Splattergoose room because there were boxes
Oh yeah, I mean,
of treasure.
I mean, if we want to take the dragon more treasure,
Because we left. Okay, so we left.
there
There were
was
some bodies.
there
we
was
left the
treasure
treasure
in
room.
Greyborn's room.
Yeah.
Did
but-
we grab all that?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. We
that
were.
has
Okay.
been.
But we.
Don't delete it. Just put a strike through.
I thought we put some of the treasure around Splattergoose, like those bodies.
We should just move sneakily up this ladder. I'm gonna stealth up this ladder and take a peek.
All right.
Unless someone's better at stealth. 5. What are you? You're the stealthy person. I'm the chatty person. I will let you fulfill your role. Never mind. I already can't what I'm gonna do.
I'm yeah.
Yes.
6.
I could try it. Pretty stealthy.
My person is here to talk.
So you want me to go
Strength.
go into whose room?
We know our roles. That's a good thing.
Whose room should I be going into?
Oh, you're just peeking over the.
Oh, so we're not going up into back in the castle. We're done.
Yeah, we're over here.
Okay. Well, so you want me to peek up? Is that
Yeah,
what
if you
want me
wanna-
to do? Okay.
There's a ladder that goes from the lower side to the upper side.
Okay.
Remember, there's fog in this room that
Right.
constantly is coming toward you. There's like a cool fog in your face.
Okay.
So there's that big crane where people can take the crates up and over this ledge. But if you want to, you can climb the ladder
Okay.
and go give it a look.
Okay. I will do that.
Okay.
And I will go slowly and quietly.
Okay.
climbing up,
Okay.
being stealthy.
Okay, so roll stealth. We'll see how stealthy you are. We'll start with that.
14.
Okay.
That's good.
That's
better than
pretty good.
13.
I like your optimism.
Wow, that's good. That's better. 13.
Well, usually 13 is the checking point for like 11 and 13
I
have
need you at work
been.
every single day to be optimistic about things.
Okay. 14 is great. It's so much bigger than 13.
Thank you.
That was fantastic. The insight was just so perfect. Okay.
I didn't have to
So-
roll for that one.
So that's fine. That's just a number I need to know.
Mhm.
So now you're trying to be quiet and you're
Okay.
going to go give a look-see.
Yes.
Okay.
I will go raise it and kind of look around and see if I see anything.
Okay.
Do I hear anything?
Okay. So roll investigation. Yeah, roll investigation.
Okay.
Or perception, whichever one's better for you. Because it's not, it doesn't really make a big difference here for me from the way I'm going to describe things. Which one is
We're gonna go with perception.
great? Then
It's
you use it.
It's a 13.
Okay.
That's better than 12.
Sure is.
Man, 13's awesome. It's so much better than 12.
Sure is.
You know, in fact, it's precisely 5% better than 12.
Exactly.
You guys
Um,
are trolls. All of
You
you.
know, it's the way you view things in life.
Your coffee cup is half full.
True.
Thank you.
So,
I'm alive for another day.
exactly. So as you climb up, you're trying to pay attention to what you're doing. You notice though that your movements still swirl the mist.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So you notice that you have to kind of move to one side of the room
Mm-hmm.
to prevent large mist storage.
Mm-hmm.
And so as you move around the left-hand side, you can just see across the way where there's some crates where you all had been here earlier
Mm-hmm.
and set some crates. So at least the crates that you left here, at least this much of them that you can see
All right.
above the mist, seems like that stuff is still there. As you move around to the left side and you see the fog rolling down, you can see that there is an underwater cave pool.
Okay.
As it goes out. What?
Do the
She's turning left. She's looking down here.
Oh, okay.
down here.
Yes, you're looking.
Okay.
She's turning left, and you're looking out. She can see that.
Do the boxes that we've put there, do they even look like they've been tampered with at all?
Roll investigation.
Technically, this was from earlier when we looted them,
Mhm.
so they've been tampered by us.
Yeah.
looting them.
Well, they've
I know
been,
what you're asking.
Yeah, no, you're good.
no, I got a 3.
Well, that was shit.
Yeah.
From your perspective, they look.
Sorry.
You're
better
they
than
look,
two.
they look like
Thanks
they-
for being real.
they look they're in better condition than you remember them being.
Okay.
They're like, wow, somebody must have cleaned up after us down here.
It's way better than a critical fail.
Yeah.
Way better.
You guys are messed up,
So
man.
I'm just saying, as you look down this slope and hallway, you can just see that there's a pool down there.
Okay.
And you remember that that Zenrik has mentioned that there's a underground lake,
Okay.
pond, something down here,
Is
and it kind of reminds you that, oh yeah, there's a bunch of water down here.
is it so foggy that I can't see anything maybe within it or coming up out of the water
I
line?
would say that you probably don't have a great view of anything.
Okay.
Roll history.
I'm gonna message her and ask her what she sees.
A 1.
No, you just like, there's water here.
It's not a
I guess it's supposed
fail.
to be.
Better than a 0.
It's not a fail. She got a 2.
No, well, yeah.
And there's a -1 in there. So it's not a
Yes.
critical fail.
Right.
I'm just saying.
You know what? It's been
And
a week, so I'll take all the laughing.
It could have
I can
been a
take.
0.
As you're
I'm just
investigating, you
being
slip off the
honest,
ledge
it's
and fall into
not
the
a-
water.
I'm just being honest. It's not a critical fail.
I
It's
was
a
looking
1.
forward to
I know.
tonight, so thanks for making me laugh.
You just know there's there. If you were wanting to get a better look, you're going to have to walk down there. There's
Okay.
nothing like you're like. There's stuff down there. It's a big
She
lake.
doesn't seem to remember.
Apparently not.
There doesn't.
This is our internal dialogue back here.
There
much.
doesn't seem to be anything
Pretty sure she doesn't remember that.
glaringly, obviously
That's
interesting
right.
to you.
Okay.
That's all I
Peanut
can say.
gallery.
Okay.
I'm not saying there's not anything down there,
Okay.
and I'm not saying you wouldn't see anything down there. I'm saying whatever it is, you just kind of your brain kind of glosses over it.
Right.
You're like, eh.
Do I hear anything?
Yeah, you hear frogs down there.
Okay. Okay. I'll come back up and be really quiet. Stealthy.
Okay.
Try as much as I can and relay that.
Okay. Feel free to relay
Frogs.
whatever you found.
Frogs.
Whenever you were over there, I messaged you. So, what do you see?
No, if that's what you want to do.
Right, that's what I'm
I mean,
saying.
you just need to tell her.
When you were on the corner,
Mhm.
I said, "Hey, what do you see?"
I see frogs. I can't hardly see anything other than just the body of water. And it's pretty dark down there, so I can't really see anything beyond that.
Tell me.
I was trying to jog your memory.
This is how you jog a memory.
Yeah, I know the left is Splattergoose chamber, and then the right is the other one. But I don't remember needing to go down there.
You may not need to.
Right.
And I'll ask you because I know that I can't hear dialogue, but I'm gonna say, hey, ask her if she's seen any of the big toads yet. The big frogs. Where were those?
Yeah. Have you found them? I'm assuming the big frogs. You can hear them croaking. You can hear a big croak down that hallway.
I heard.
It's a bunch of croc.
It goes clear for us to come into a foggy room. Yes.
It was a little bit foggy. I heard frogs croaking.
I'm gonna go up the ladder.
Let us go, friends.
Yep.
I think we go. If we want left side,
Rock room.
we'll go to Splattergoo.
Do we not want to go to the
Oh, we can go to either.
carved out portal room?
6 and 1 half does the other. Somebody said there was stuff in Splattergoose still, so.
I thought there was, but I was mistaken. It was this over here
Okay.
where the crates were. I thought we left some.
Okay. So yes, you can move into the mist room. We'll call it. Yeah, all the crates and stuff that you broke into earlier are still broken into now.
All right.
That stuff is pretty much the same.
Do you want to head to the? Where do you guys want to go? The carved out area or
Yes.
southern?
I'm good. I'm following Das Leader.
Who's the leader? How can you have a leader? You don't have a name.
How dare you? I am
Who's got?
Oh, same. You still haven't named yourselves.
Who's feeling the best?
I feel great.
Yeah.
I just don't know where I'm walking.
Who has the most health? Maybe.
That's kind of what I was
Feel
asking
great.
without
Yeah,
asking.
I know.
That's why I feel great.
You're going
okay.
to the right.
Okay.
So we're going here.
Is it here?
That's what I'm asking you.
That's what I was
exactly what I was
thinking.
saying. Because when you say right, I think right of this.
Yep.
Here.
Here.
Although Dave
Right
gave me one of
here.
these, but I'm like, I don't know what that means. Can I roll history
Here?
to figure out what you meant?
Yes.
Or you mean over here?
Yes.
13.
Joe, I'm not sure if he
Walking
means
You realize
Here?
what I was trying to say. Is it small or is it
or
yes.
here.
large?
Gotcha.
Trying to, when you hear frogs, are you hearing
Yeah.
frogs?
Or does he mean
Frogs.
here?
I'm hearing frogs.
Gotcha.
What size frogs? I hear frogs croaking is not necessarily.
Toads. We thought you was a toad. Alright.
I'm not a toad, I'm a frog.
I got a
Turn
toad.
me into a newt. A newt? I got better.
Do we, as we're walking towards this room, do we hear any voices or just anything, or is it just completely quiet?
I believe that I can fly. I believe that I can touch the sky.
Think about it every night and day.
Every night and day.
So yeah, as you walk in, you don't really notice sounds. Oh, golly, I'm sorry. I've been up since 4.
Oh yeah.
So there's fog in this room that's deeper, like where you were, where the fog's coming in. It's maybe knee deep to between knee and waist deep kind of thing. This is definitely waist deep. This is like 3 or 4 feet thick.
Okay.
There's a lot of mist, fog between what you walk into. So when you're looking around the room, you kind of see the tops of boxes, right? You see like the tops of things. There's not an obvious.
So we're not hearing any.
Wubs.
Yeah.
No, there is no wub-wubbing.
Okay.
There's some distant frog croaks.
Okay. Kind of like what
frog
Pandora
croaks.
was describing.
Yeah, as you walked by that hole, you all heard it.
Okay.
She would have described it, and you would have said, "Oh, okay." And when you walked by it, you definitely would have heard the
I would have been like, that's what I heard.
croaking.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's
Okay.
and it's not so quiet that you have to be. Did I hear that? I mean, you would have.
Okay.
You'd have noticed it.
Do we want to get into some of these crates before we?
I'd like to look around the room. Mr. Wizard, Thylac, can you do Arcana?
Yes.
See if this place has been used recently?
Can I do what?
Can you check to see if this place has been used recently? Arcana-wise?
I don't know how I would do that.
Magic-wise?
Oh, I can do that.
Because we're in what we presume is a portal room. I would just imagine if they used it recently, it would leave some kind of magical residue or something, because we haven't seen them.
Right.
Magical stain.
Arcana check?
Yeah.
24.
Oh,
Yeah, you are pretty daggum sure that that just within maybe as recently as the last few minutes, certainly within the last hour,
Okay.
there has been magic performed in this room.
It's only been 15 minutes since they hit the gas.
Yep.
Nice. Gotcha. I'm just timelining in my head. You're good.
Yep. 100% within the last hour. That's how sure you are. You think it may have even been closer to it than that.
Let's go in. Guns blazing.
Pew pew! Mega pew!
Wanda smiles. Wanda smiles. Wanda smiles.
Got him, coach.
You're gonna smile, and you're gonna smile.
Now's the time you fill up your bag with everything.
Oh yeah.
So when we need to make an offering, you can just dump that shit.
What? Do we find a bunch of?
No,
What you do?
he did an Arcana check, and he said... Well, he hasn't told us yet, so I have no idea.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, I told you. It's definitely been used with almost 100% certainty within the past hour, possibly within the past 10 minutes.
Oh. Okay.
Right.
So do we want to take what's in these crates and?
Right, if there's no one else around...
Yeah.
The last else around you just left a couple of
I
minutes
want
ago.
to reach down and kind of like waft some of the fog out of the way and see if I see any blood.
Okay. You do see a few faint blood drops.
Okay.
Again, this is not a
Like a
gusher,
mop. Yeah. Yeah.
but it is obviously fresh.
Okay.
This is not dried. It is.
Okay.
It is probably from the last just a few minutes. It's brighter. You know.
Okay.
You know.
Did
old
we
blood
leave
gets
a
kind of
survivor?
brown.
Okay.
It's
What do you
yeah,
see?
more red.
Okay.
Like, is someone running off? Is that why there's a blood
That's
trail?
what I'm. Yeah. That's what I'm suspecting.
Technically, we haven't attacked anyone.
Right. They think the frogs are attacking them. The people that are.
What happened? The poison fell, and then they attacked each other, and then ran down the stairs.
Right.
So
Well, and then you set Resmir's room on fire.
yeah, that thing's burning. But I was
And-
invisible and left. So
I know. I'm just saying you're
Res-
burning. You're burning the castle to the ground.
Right. But
And
Resmir thought.
We're raising it to the ground.
Yes.
Raising it.
But
Raise the roof! Raise the roof!
Resmir and them thought the bullywogs were attacking. Because that's what they were yelling. Or the frogs.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they were yelling as they were going down into the basement.
Yeah, and they were hitting each other, thinking each other was a frog as they went down.
Killing each other.
So they hurt each other's going down.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah, that was some crazy stuff. It was good times.
It was crazy. Okay.
Crack these things open.
Yeah, I am going to Macarena for 10 minutes while he's stuffing his purse.
Okay, why are you Macarena-ing?
Unseen Servant.
You're gonna
Detect
Macarena.
magic.
You're gonna Macarena and Unseen Servant.
It's a ritual, so it
I
takes
know
me-
it's a ritual.
Yeah.
I know it's a ritual. What I'm saying is, what's your purpose on the Unseen Servant?
To have him with us.
Just because you want another scary motion body to do magic trick stuff.
Yeah, if we go through this portal and I need a body blocker,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
like
I
it.
just want to know what you had on,
Right.
what you had on mind.
Pandora, can you use a
An
crowbar?
inhuman shield.
yeah,
An inhuman corporeal shield.
perhaps some would say he is a meat shield.
So, what is the max mass
Mhm.
that you can put
Mhm.
in your
Bag of holding.
your bag of holding? I believe it's
gosh.
500 pounds, isn't it?
Some say he makes a better window than a door,
And
but I beg to differ.
I have a pack. What would prevent me from taking stuff?
Well, no,
Nothing?
but 500 pounds, not
From
exceeding.
a certain perspective, nothing.
Okay.
From a practical perspective, everything.
Right.
Everybody's already carrying a bunch of gear.
Right.
So,
Right.
and you should generally have. You should be like, if we're using encumbrance rules, you'd be so overloaded you wouldn't be able to.
500 pounds, though.
I wouldn't be
This
able
is-
to take some things.
Great.
Yeah.
We'd be stationary in Skyrim.
Yeah. Yeah. You cannot fast travel while you're encumbered.
I have all of the loots, and I have achieved glory.
Why am I moving so slow?
My pants are loaded.
Well, you just got it on little gems. Okay, so let's do this. Let's all right. So,
500 pounds of copper.
yeah, what is it? Do you get 50 coins? 50 coins per pound? 50 coins per pound.
Yeah. You have to remember, you already have 6,000 silver already in there.
I do.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
6,000 silver. You have it in
I
there.
know he had it in there.
He gave it to you.
Yeah, I had my cargo shorts and I just
Did
stuffed
you-
it
Yeah.
in
I
there.
forgot.
Did you?
I didn't want to say anything, but then I was like, I feel bad if Dave's like, here's 1,000,000 gold. Hey, we also have 6,000 silver. I need you to exchange that.
Did you keep that on your thing?
It's listed on my
Okay,
list.
good. Okay, good. Okay, I was gonna say because I didn't put that in there.
So it's like 150 pounds.
Okay.
Woo. You got 450
Yeah,
pounds
exactly to
left,
work with.
No. 300.
Oh, darn.
350 pounds though.
You gotta let me work with something.
Okay.
I like that, man. 150? We got 450 left.
All right. Someone knows how to count to 6. I think.
Hey, this is why we need Twitch so they can keep us honest and count for us. Somebody should be able to count for me.
You can use your unseen servant to
Yeah.
carry
Hear even more. You just hear this jingling. You see these coins just.
I'm just this pile of coins floating
Yeah.
around.
I wonder, hold on,
Oh gosh.
if he can take a
Unseen
box.
servant gonna carry him.
Yeah.
A bag of money.
Look at your unseen servant list.
Why not?
I don't know yet. This is so dumb. We're gonna end up in the worst possible spot. It's just gonna be like, a crate and we're all just hiding inside of it.
So what is the?
We're going to be
is-
on a dirigible, and we're going to have to cut loose all of our friggin'
Yeah,
coins.
Yeah.
No, I'm just trying to think. What is the official coin weight?
Stay aloft.
It's 50 coins to a pound, right?
Sure.
While
You're the
we're
DM.
I would think more like 1,000
Yeah.
points
per
pound.
Maybe even 1,000,000.
I don't know if you heard me counting,
It's not paper.
but we could do over 1,000 of them.
And I do have strong
And
bodied
yeah,
something.
he is twice the size when he
I have to
Even
carry
more.
everything.
Yeah.
You just like hold these 2 crates.
Just when it's the
Just
that.
strap them to your
Nothing
back.
So
else.
yeah, 50 coins weigh a pound.
I don't
Are they
believe
made
you
of
right now.
stone? Because
Yeah.
I mean, if
I am
They're
stone cutting, and I'm double strong on that.
You're so funny.
I'm
You're
honest.
Stone cutter.
I like how we're arguing if the bag can hold it, not if we can hold it.
Well, it's
It's
because
mind over matter.
it's because the bag of holding always weighs the same, no matter what's in it.
yeah.
Right.
Right.
So whatever's
But with this, we have no encumbrance, so just put it in a Ziploc bag in your regular backpack.
because I don't think Dave's gonna let us get away with that. We're
You
allowed
can't have like 100 million gold because that's more than the assets that are here. And I'm trying to come up with something that's reasonable, that sounds like fun, that isn't like everyone gets 11 gold. And I want to be interesting.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, but we need enough gold to buy stuff.
that's true.
1 million.
We need to find stuff to buy.
Yeah, that's like
But if we finally find stuff we can buy and don't have gold, we're back to the
You
same
need to give us
pickle.
a gold sink.
yeah, a golden sink, so we can just take the sink with us.
okay.
Or
Oh.
toilet.
A golden
We
throne.
can take everything
Yeah.
We
but
can
the
put the
sink.
kitchen sink in the bag of holding.
And it can hold the coins. It defies gravity.
It's a pocket dimension. There is no gravity. Well,
Let's see.
Dave's just
Depends
gonna
on
start
your-
rolling. I love it.
what do you want your dimension to be?
Oh.
Okay, because you're interested in finding things that are the most valuable,
Mhm.
right? From a standpoint of benefit, you
Gems.
you decide to forego gold,
Okay.
and so you come upon these wooden racks.
Okay.
Okay, inside these boxes,
This way.
you open these boxes and they look like chip trays, like what you would think of like for poker chips.
Okay.
Right? And so they're these big chip trays, and they're full of platinum coins.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
And so you come across each of these boxes, right?
Mhm.
Appears to be like 100 of them in one box.
Okay.
So it's like 25 rows of 20 plats. right?
Okay.
So it's
Whoa.
100. It's 100 plat.
Okay.
Right? And you find like 5 of those boxes. So you've got like 500 plats.
Cool. Cool.
And that fills up your sack.
Yeah.
With the weight of the boxes carrying them. I'm just kidding. Pandora, you go searching for jewels, looking for something that's a little more visually interesting. And you find a pearl necklace that's worth 3,000 gold. And then, Holly, you find a dead cicada.
I love it.
No, I'm just.
Find a rock.
I'm just
He finds what?
A rock. And I go over and touch it with light and be like, there you go.
it's lighter now.
It's lighter now.
Pat him on the back.
That's good.
That's
You can look away now.
Okay, so Ollie, as you're digging through, your trunk can sense smell, and you can see that there's something that smells like trees or some kind of outdoor thing that you're not sure what it is. It seems, I mean, obviously it's valuable. So you pull this box out and you open it up, and it's a bunch of pine air fresheners.
Saw that coming.
Are they the ones that have like you can hang on something?
Yeah, they're
Can
designed.
you
So
hang
the
on his
rearview
truck?
mirror
You can
hangers.
hang them on your.
Yeah.
You can hang them on your
Or the triangle.
tusks.
Does it apply any sort of
That way
scent against anybody? Like they can't smell in 5-10 feet from me? Like I have no scent?
That's actually a
You
legit
smell
That's
like
actually-
the forest.
Oh,
Like I've got a
Yeah.
20-foot radius that they
like it's a
can't
repellent.
That's a
Like,
good idea.
nothing
Yeah.
can smell.
I can make you they would make you nasally invisible.
So is this like a
Yeah.
like a
It's
not
a
a,
rear
like
mirror.
a,
It's like
like
a
a neck nurse.
thing.
But
You
it
put
only
them over-
lasts like 5 days.
What, Jeff?
He's gone nose blind.
Yeah, you can make
Does
other
this,
people
does
go
this
nuts blind.
affect my sense as well? If I activate it or have it active?
No, it doesn't affect you. It affects others. It allows you to not be smelled.
So does it affect my teammates as well? Like they unfortunately cannot smell the same,
Smells
Or-
like pine trees.
If you
or do they now need an extra amount? I'm just
if
curious
you
as
make
how
it,
that would.
if you make it a 15-foot diameter, because we're making stuff up now.
Okay.
So if you make it a 15-foot diameter, in other words, everybody has to be like on you,
Mm-hmm.
moving as one unit, then yeah, I'd let you do that. Or you could do it as like a 15-foot radius if it's you. Right? So if it's just you, it kind of extends out. I mean, you can kind of not be smelled.
Is there a double activated button? Can I do one for one situation, one for
No,
another?
we'd have to decide on what it is for how you want this to work, because we're making something up.
That's actually really
Could it be
neat.
based on an activation word?
They'd have to be.
Yeah, they would have to. You'd have to turn them on.
So I have to pick one or the other right now
I don't see.
Give them a stack of
because
one
I'm
and a
pretty
stack of
strong.
other.
I think I can. I'll hold both.
All right, then you have. Then we'll say you have. You now are in possession. Okay, no, we're redoing this. You're in possession of a magic air freshener. It
I'll
has
call it a scent gland.
no. It's a pine air freshener.
It's a pine cone.
I'm trying
Yeah,
to
there
think
you
of the
go. It's
most common
It's
thing.
a,
that
pine cone.
It's a pine
Yeah.
cone. You have
It's
a
a pine
magic
cone, okay.
pine cone
Oh,
that emits pine scent.
You can open it and close it. You know, like whenever they're
When you
out.
activate it.
oh.
That's really neat.
Okay, now that's exactly that's even better than I came up with. Okay, so when you choose to speak the command word,
I'm writing this down by the way.
Sniffing bitches.
if the pine cone leaves are closed, it acts in a 15-foot diameter circle around you. Right?
I would just say a 5 foot. So
Well,
if
it
it's
has-
closed, he's always.
Yeah, but it
hidden
has
himself.
to extend a little beyond him. Otherwise, he'd be standing next to somebody, and it doesn't work. There has to be a radius. There has to be one movement outside of him.
Yeah, but if they're sniffing for him, he's
Well,
essentially
they're not going to walk into his box. They would run over him first.
right. But he'd be invisible to scent at all times as long as it's a 5 foot radius. That's what I'm saying. Like if it's closed, it's 5 foot, and he can never be smelled right now.
Unless they walk inside that.
Right.
So I mean,
they
it
can
doesn't
still
mean they can't see
him.
me. They
Right.
can still
Yeah.
see me.
You can still see you.
Yeah. So
They're just not gonna. You're not gonna alert anybody to you by odor. I can think of situations where you would not want to be smelled.
no, like to
I mean,
me, this
I
is a really good item.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's why I'm saying like close is 5 foot him. When he activates it, that's when it gives the more radius.
So then, if you open the leaves, so the pine cone is bigger, right? It shows the state.
We could all stand inside.
The
Then-
15 foot
Then
square.
then it becomes It would have to be a
3x3 is what I'm thinking.
yeah. You'd have to be together, so a 3x3. So it makes it a 15-foot. So it casts on. If it's closed, it casts on you. It affects you.
Right.
If it's open, it creates a bubble, right, around you with, a 15-foot diameter is what they call that.
Yeah. It's a 3x3.
It holds 6 charges. No, it holds 4 charges, two of each kind. They reset at dawn.
4 charges, 2 of each.
You can use 2 of each every day. It resets at dawn.
They have a duration.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Instead, just do the 15-foot one and then do a duration of however long, and then it closes back up.
No, but if there's 2 separate activations, if the inside is.
But
You start-
this one is always there.
It's always
Oh, okay.
It's always on.
So there's
you
no
just
charge
activate
to it.
this, and then it's
Oh,
a
so
duration,
yeah, like
and
2
then it'll
charges.
close itself.
So I basically
No,
get
because then he would be scentless 24 hours a day all the time.
Yeah, that's the point.
No, no, I'm not. It's that you wouldn't walk around with a magic spell running on you all the time. You got to burn it.
I just did. I'm just kidding.
He's a very gassy man. This is perfect.
Like I said, there are 4 charges, 2 of which you can use each of 2, and each of them has a 10-minute duration. So it lasts for a pretty long time. Each time you burn a charge, it lasts for 10 minutes. You choose whether it's just yourself or a party version. You can use each of those versions twice per day.
I would like to argue that the closed leaf would last longer because it is not emitting as much. Invisibility lasts for an hour. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, what level spells invisibility?
2. 1?
Whoa.
Visibility isn't level 1 spell for now.
No.
Hmm.
Level
No
2.
way.
I'm just trying to think of the most. How are we balancing this
Yeah.
against other spells that are comparable?
All right, it could be an hour.
I would say 30 minutes because it's a lesser spell.
But God, it's a found item though. It's not like a bought magical item or something that he trained to do. Like,
Right.
it doesn't have to be.
Let's do 11 minutes then.
Okay.
No, I'm just
I'm just-
How about 15 minutes? That's a really
I was gonna say, I
long
do-
time
I don't
for
care. I'm
most
excited to
stuff.
do this.
Yeah. No, I'm just thinking if it's closed, it's less. We're making a magic item together. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's cool that we're able to come up together with stuff.
I think it's a multi-use item. You can use it in multiple ways. It's not like
Does it have a word or anything scribbled on it? So does it have an already activated set command word, or how can I tell that this was
It
what
came.
it was?
There's a
thinking
little.
about
There's a
something
little
else.
paper tag.
Okay.
There's a little paper tag, and it says to use. Right.
Like, is
Say-
this one of those things where it's like anything like this? It's between this and the battery, and I
Yeah.
pulled it out, and now I pulled it out. And
You've
now it's-
activated it. Yeah.
And it plays a little TV because up a little hologram says, "Thank you for purchasing your Smellomatic 1000." We hope you enjoy your purchase.
Multipass?
Multipass. Multipass. So you can decide what your command word is. I mean, that's for you to decide what the command word is from your perspective.
While we're kind
The big
of
one, silent but deadly.
after I'm done,
SBD.
Indeed.
I want to do that.
after we're done, kind of
Hurry
after I'm
breaks.
done shuffling through stuff, I want to go hand Silac this parchment, and it's 10 parchments or parchment papers and 1 vial of ink.
Speaking of which,
Ooh.
because we have a little, we're doing this in like what, 5 minutes?
Yeah,
Well, y'all are just digging through stuff.
right.
Right. So
He found a cool thing.
Right.
You've got a pearl necklace. There's just some money going around.
Right.
Yeah.
If anybody wants something interesting, let me know. We can do some interesting stuff, but most of the stuff that you're going to find here it's just money and gems. I mean, and it gets kind of boring.
if I'm doing this, am I able to do other stuff while concentrating, like grab stuff out of my bag and hand it to people? No. Okay. So
No.
I'm just doing
You're Macarena
Jim, did
Ah.
you add that to your inventory?
because you've got to focus on the steps and make sure you don't mess them up.
Joe, did you add that to your inventory?
Hope you enjoyed that.
I
Twitch.
will. You said it's 10 parchment?
That's probably not needed
And
there.
1 vial of ink.
Could I say something like, "Hey, Thylak, go in my bag into this pocket"? Or am I fully concentrated? Nothing else I can do.
Fully concentrated.
I think you're fully all in for your 10 minutes. I think
That's perfectly fine.
I think you're doing that.
I've done this a bunch of times, so I didn't know it's like as soon as you know how to knit, you can kind of like look away for a second and then come back to it.
The problem is, I think
Yeah, but then you make a mistake.
You drop a
15 minutes
stitch and
to
then
do
you're
it.
Yeah.
you gotta dig down to go get it and pull it back up. And
Fair enough.
you purl when you wanted to knit. It's a bad thing.
No, it's very bad. Okay, well then I will hold on to my stuff and pass it later.
So I
What
know
the
what to work.
frick?
To keep closed, it's. And then SBD or Silent But Deadly is my better version.
It's like
Yeah, just. And you're like, wow, you can't smell you anymore. That's weird. I am a tonal person.
Yeah.
I can totally make.
Just like a balloon, just
yeah.
and then the other ones you just like go up and it's just
That's what I want to do.
so we won't be able to be
Because
smelled.
one's tight and one's loose.
Man, Ollie, do the thing so we don't smell.
No, but they'll totally hear it when you just rip a giant part. What was that? Smells like popcorn. Pine trees.
Brown starfish.
It goes full circle.
Oh my gosh. Oh mercy. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna make balloon sound as that one.
Thylak, I have a question. There was a thing that I thought you found, and I don't want to tell you that you found
I
it
have it.
unless you didn't find it, and I was curious if you found the thing that I thought you wanted to find.
Is it the book? I'm pretty sure it's the book, and we asked that last time, and he has it.
Right.
What is that thing?
Mystery book.
Oh, it's mystery book.
Yes, because I
Great.
said I need this book off the table. This seems like something he would be in. That's what I was asking if I could give that to him or tell him, here you go. Look in this pocket.
Yes, you may tell him that once you're done
Right, that's
dancing your happy dance. I'm just saying, I'm trying to go through my things,
you're perfect.
and then you have like El crap tono of
Yeah, I
stuff
need to hand it out.
that you need to be.
I mean, can I
Your
hand it out
friends.
right now?
You can't hand him stuff.
Right, but like, can I have Thylak like take a look at some of it and see if he knows what it is?
Can any of you
Oh,
help
that
me out real
Arcana,
quick?
man.
I'm
Yeah.
struggling here.
What you need?
I don't know how to spell.
Hey, hey, Twitch chat, is anybody there?
No.
How do you spell?
I think it's
Joe, do you know
spelled.
how you spell that? I need
It's
help.
RASPBERRY.
That's a raspberry. That's not.
PHELT. What?
No, it's PHBLT.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I think is there a second T just to get the, after a space where you get a little.
It's an onomatopoeia.
Thylak, you want to take a
Maybe
look?
PHs.
Yeah, just PH. And the other one is VRRRTT VRT. I think you're doing some Arcana checks.
That was,
Yeah,
too
you
much,
know.
that was too much fun, guys. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Magic pine.
I
cone.
have a white sphere,
You
a
were so
packet
disappointed when it
of
turned
little
out so
twisted
cool.
wire,
Cool.
and a triangle-shaped box.
What's
Okay,
in the
what are you going
box?
to hand me first?
The white sphere.
I rolled an 11.
And what are you doing?
Trying to investigate what it is.
Arcana.
You're trying to run Arcana?
Yeah.
Okay.
What? No. I know Draconic. Is that what you said?
No, I said, are you trying to roll Arcana? Arcana.
Oh, I thought you said, are you trying to learn Draconic? Because we do have that book.
Oh, no, that. Yeah, no. I wasn't thinking you were doing that.
Okay. Yes, Arcana.
Okay. You are not sure exactly what it is. You have heard of there being artifacts that have been imbued with the power to allow you to cast an extra spell per day, but you're not positive and you want to think about it some more.
Okay.
You realize it would take you more effort to know for a fact whether that's what this does or not.
Gotcha. Well, this is crap. I'll hold on to it for you.
Yeah, I'll let you hang on to that one. You got it in your inventory? I'm the reason I'm asking, I'm crossing it off the list as I go.
Yeah, so the computer one is like way harder to use.
Computer one what?
Continue.
Okay.
Like the D&D Beyond webpage.
Oh, to add things?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Tragic.
Are you wanting me to put that in your inventory?
No, I got it.
Are you sure you got it? Because I'm afraid you don't know what you have.
I still have my pine cone just showing you guys. I'm excited.
I got it. It's in there.
What color is it? Is it
The pine cone opened! Oh my gosh!
is it brown?
No, it's more green.
Mm.
Green.
Your pine cone?
Oh, I guess my pine cone. I'm thinking pine tree still.
Where do you keep it when you don't?
It's just
pocket.
still on my neck. It's just like a very poor.
But that's how you have to
All right,
activate it. You
so-
put it in there.
I'm gonna hand you this packet of little twisted wire. See if you can see what that is.
Nat 20, so that's a 26.
Woo!
Okay. So where
Here's my
did
next
you,
way to
Cornerstone.
what did you put your little thing in there? Where is that?
It is just inventory.
White sphere.
Equipment at the very bottom.
Yep. Okay.
See today.
He's adding your magical item 1 second.
There
There.
you go. Refresh. That's what it is. You can know it. You can know what it is tomorrow. But now you know.
Oh, okay.
You know what it is now, but Lilac will know what it is tomorrow.
Makes sense.
After he rolls it around in his hands.
Just puts it with the other ones.
Yeah.
This is where you are.
Okay, so you these are these are special instrument strings.
Ooh.
Did I finally get something?
I'm so excited.
Let me find.
Put it on Das Lü.
I think how the scent thing is gonna be good.
You're thinking how?
Okay,
Never
these
know.
are subtle lute strings.
Really?
Okay,
Okay.
these are special magical musical instrument strings that actually are gold. They constantly hum with very soft, barely audible notes. They kind of always are doing.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna drive me nuts. I can hear them.
You gain +1 to your bonus. You gain +1 to your spell save DC.
Spell save?
Huh.
Yes, in other words, when you make me roll a saving throw, you have +1 now.
Oh no.
I'm so cute. I'm so sorry.
I'm assuming that goes to Bard.
If you cast a spell that deals psychic
I'm pretty
damage,
sure.
okay, and requires them to make a saving throw, then you can give them disadvantage on that saving throw.
Psychic damage.
Whoops.
That's interesting.
You could give the target advantage on its saving throw, and you would give them twice as much damage on a failed save.
Interesting.
Ooh.
That is this an actual item, or did you come up with this?
Someone else came up with this.
Okay,
Why?
I'll let you add it in there.
No, I'm just saying that these are things that I need to put in there now that we're going through these things.
Right.
They're called subtle strings.
Neat.
I thought you would
That's really cool, and I am so excited for
So
it.
I'm just saying you can you can give them disadvantage, like so you can give them. I forgot to read it all. If you give them disadvantage on the roll, then they take half as much or a quarter as much damage, and then just as it is, right? If they just normally roll 1 die, then you give the standard version. But if you give them advantage, then you do twice as much, and half.
So how does that work? Because it's like my vicious mockery, right? Does the psychic damage, but
Right.
then the move imposes disadvantage.
That's not what I'm saying.
So nothing.
You can choose. That's if it lands, it imposes disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
You can impose disadvantage on the roll and
then
do
give them-
fewer points of damage. They would still get the disadvantage of the stuff, but the psychic damage would be halved. Or you can choose to give them advantage on the save, and
Gotcha.
if they fail, they take twice as much psychic damage.
Neat.
Right, so it's always +1 bonus. It's just +1 once you string your loot. That's your thing, but it gives you a little flexibility, a little flavor about how you think you're rolling, how you think I'm rolling, right? How important is it to do this? What kind of damage are we putting out?
Right.
Does
And
that make
that's
sense?
yeah. I'm just looking at my stuff, and I'm looking how to do that. I'm assuming I'm gonna have to go to each move and add a modifier in there. I mean, I guess I can just remember it's always one more than what's there.
Oh no, I'm gonna put. I will fix you a loot that is basically. I'll fix that so that you have the +1 to your spell DC. That's not a problem.
Okay.
That's super easy for me to do. The advantage, disadvantage will just be the flavor text on this particular set
Perfect.
of stuff that I
Yeah,
give you.
neat. Yeah, neat.
Okay. So that was that.
And I will hand you, I have a magic rod. I'll hand you that.
Another one? We're gonna have.
Not the collapsible.
We're gonna have all the rods.
Oh, yeah.
There's another one.
I have a
Another 24.
collapsible rod and then a magic rod.
Okay, hold on. I gotta figure out what the magic rod is. Oh! That's what that is.
Is it another removable?
Okay, what did you roll?
Sick. 24.
24.
Okay. You have a rod of identify.
Oh, well.
It actually casts the identify spell to clear up this kind of nonsense. It has a certain number of charges every day. I believe it's 2 a day that are renewed. But it's a rod of identify.
And who wants that? I'm kind of striking it off as I go.
Is it an attunable item? Do we know? Well, does he know that? I
think they're wizardy spells. I think,
okay, it's a wizard thing.
I think identify is. Well, my search doesn't know how to work anymore.
Silac, do you want to add that or?
Sure.
Okay. And then I have a triangle-shaped box.
What's in the box?
That one I got a 9.
So wizard and bard can use it.
Well, we can use the wand.
Yep.
Is it attuned?
Or rod.
It is not an attunable.
Boom. Just
No, it says if you
Yeah.
use this, you can only use it twice a day or 3 times a day. I forget. I'll have to go look it up.
okay.
I think it's 1d3 a day is what I
Oh,
think I
nice.
have it as. So it's 3 times a day. You can use this. It says you learn the magical properties of any items you hold while casting the spell, as well as how to use them. You learn what spells are affecting the object or whether it was created by a spell or not, and which spell. If you touch a creature while casting this spell instead, you will learn which spells, if any, are currently affecting it. So the identify spell, or the spell identify is like Arcana on crack. I mean, it does the business.
Like a 24 does?
Kind of like a 24 does. But if you're rolling 24s, you know.
Yeah. Hey.
So maybe
rolled
you
a
need
9.
it.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Okay, now what are we trying to do?
He's gonna use the rod on the box.
Triangle shaped box.
Oh, on the triangle shaped
Oh,
box?
cool.
Okay, the triangle shaped box. You open it. As you open the box, it just has it has kind of a piano hinge on one of the faces and 2 small latches. As you open it up, you can see that the inside is this very nicely stitched kind of velvet padded interior, and inside is a triangle that is sharp on every single surface. Okay? I mean, all the outside edges, all 3 outside edges are razor sharp. Okay? You know by using the identify spell that this is a razor triangle. They are attuned to the possessor, and when you throw them, they always return to you like a boomerang.
Oh.
So it does 1d4 damage, so they're not super high damage, right? But it's a ranged weapon, and you effectively can't lose it. It always comes back to you. When you throw it, it always comes back. So if you can't get it stuck in a wall or lose it in a pile of rocks, right? It's not like that. So it's 1d4, and then it comes back to you.
Now, if you 1d4 damage as it's coming back, can it do damage to like
boomerang does it?
Yeah.
Well, boomerangs generally go out and hit their target and then come back.
So it could be multiple targets. If you are correct. I'm just.
I don't know. That's not the way. Since I created it, that's
Can I curve it around people?
Just as a warning shot.
Is it direct line of sight as well, or is it something that?
It is designed to be more boomerangish in its use.
So yeah, you can curve it around people.
It is designed
But
to
it is
curved
intended
in
as
utility.
well to be a single hit, and then once it hits whatever it's doing,
It's coming back to you.
it's okay.
It's not necessarily going out and carving through 7 or 8 enemies for 1d4 in a circle and then coming
No,
back.
the other thing is it's going around. Let's say it was to hit you.
Mhm.
If I'm standing on this side and he's in the way, does it hit him in the way back?
That is not the intended.
Okay, so it would just
Course of
consider him
action.
as
If
not
you
there no
have
matter
one
what.
If
target-
you keep asking questions like that, yes.
No, I'm clarifying it. Like
No, I
making sure
understand.
it's-
I'm
add
just saying
wire.
I created this.
Okay.
He's gonna
This
make
isn't somebody else.
Okay.
Okay.
The razor triangle it's a play on the musical instrument, the triangle. When you throw it, it makes a loud ding as you throw it.
So
When
headshot.
it hits them,
What's it based off of? Like dexterity, or strength, or what?
oh, this is definitely dexterity. This is a dex weapon.
Dang it.
So it won't make a noise when it hits, just as you're throwing.
I don't know when the ding's going to happen, but it
Who
makes
was
a
this
ding.
intended for?
I thought it was more musical instrument. I thought it would be a cool thing to get you involved in melee as opposed to standing back and strumming a guitar.
You know, with a 14 AC, I don't really want to be next to him.
That's why it's a ranged attack.
I got you.
Now, it is 1d4, and its use would be considered a bonus action.
Neat.
So, it's not an attack action. Its use is a bonus action. It can only be used once per round. You know what I mean? It's not like an attack, so you can do it twice. But it does always return to you.
It's based on dex, you said?
Doesn't that make sense? I don't think it's how hard you throw a
Right.
boomerang. It's how
Right.
well you throw a boomerang.
Right.
Right? I mean, that's why I say that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm free to interpretation if that totally screws you. I mean, it's not based on charisma, you know.
Right.
It's not that.
I'm just, yeah. No, it makes sense. Because it's
It's more finesse.
bows here is a +2, and that's my dexterity modifier. So is a dagger, because it's a finesse light weapon. They're dexterity weapons. So yeah.
It's more
Because
of
if
a
I do a throwing
finesse
dagger,
type
it's
weapon.
a D4. +2. So I would imagine the other ones are the same.
This would be that same thing, but rather than this being an attack action, this is designed to be a bonus action.
Neat.
And
Again, I'm making things up. This is complete.
Hey, no, it's cool.
So you can treat it as like almost like I don't even know. I don't know how I'm going to classify it. It's the one thing I haven't figured out how to make this thing do. It's a bonus action. I'll probably have to build it as a spell.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bonus action cantrip kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's how it'll probably work out, even though it's not a spell. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So. But that's what it is. And yes, I had you in mind.
Yeah, because you can't just use it every single
Do you have
turn.
Horizon Run?
Right. No, it makes
No,
sense.
I've,
No, it's definitely. I will.
removable.
If it's built for me, I will take
Someone
it.
else
sir.
has a collapsible.
does last.
Someone else has
last,
a collapsible rod. Don't they?
I think.
No, I've got a immovable.
There's one immovable rod
Right.
somewhere, and there is a collapsible rod
I do have
somewhere.
that.
I've got the immovable rod still.
Okay.
So if you collapse it and make it not movable, then it's double.
A second
I'll
immovable
take a
rod.
movable
Double
rod.
thick.
I think
That
it'd be
can move.
super neat and helpful.
Immovable.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now, Thylac, there were a bunch of scrolls I think you found. Somebody found a bunch of scrolls when we were dealing with old fat man Froggy over here.
Mm-hmm. Why'd you point at me?
I wasn't pointing at you, I was pointing at that green spot over there.
Am I
Didn't we
done
do
doing
that?
my thing?
Yeah, you're done. You've
Okay.
been done. You and I've had a good conversation.
I'm gonna go over to Mr. Thylac, and I'm gonna hand you a bag of sand? Question mark magic? What do you think this is?
24.
I got
Balls!
balls.
Okay, I gotta go read this. This is somebody else's thing that they made, and I thought it was too cool for school.
I have rolled 3 18s tonight.
That's
Good job, dude.
awesome.
In like
18!
5 rolls.
Better than I've been
Okay,
Yeah, I'm not
Hey, you did not critical fail.
doing.
Yeah.
True.
so this is actually from. Where is it? This is from a different edition.
There you go.
That's about.
Is it Gunslinger?
Is it Gunslinger?
It's a gun. No.
No bueno.
Maybe you've used the luck up in that tower.
Maybe I have. It's run out.
Are you sure that's the right tower?
Yes. Well, there you go.
Get out of here. You're not allowed
Okay.
to use the right
Sharing.
tower.
We're
This
sharing.
is shape sand.
That's Michael's.
I know, but
It is
no
a
good, no
special
way.
type of sand that is
I'll take it.
psycho-reactive.
Better.
Oh.
It can be sculpted into any form according to your will. The new object is made of sand but serves as a normal item of the same sort. A shaped sand hammer functions just like an ordinary hammer, and a shaped sand water skin is just as watertight as any ordinary water skin.
That's really cool.
Shaped sand keys.
Controlling shaped sand is an exercise in willpower. Okay?
That's
Wisdom?
I got Constitution for days.
So, a DC 16 wisdom check is what establishes the control of a volume of the sand based on your wisdom score.
None of
Right?
us are wisdom.
I don't have wisdom.
So, you have.
Womp womp.
So, what is your wisdom? What is it? Like, what is it? Like, what
Plus
is it?
1.
13 plus
13.
1.
13.
Okay, so the volume of sand that you have in your possession is about, we'll say roughly 1 cubic foot. Okay? It's not quite
Okay.
that much because a cubic foot is a whole lot of sand, right? So it's,
Yeah, because-
it's slightly less than that. But you could control a cubic foot pretty easily if you did a 16 wisdom check. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So the sand
Yeah.
the volume that you possess, right, which again, for the sake of the argument, is going to be the smallest controllable volume of 1 cubic foot.
Are you gonna add that to his thing later?
I have to do this for everybody for all the magic stuff. Okay.
No, I mean
So-
that one's easier than the loot. The loot is
What I'm saying is your shape sand can be used. I'm just saying it's a fixed 16. Got to roll a 16.
shape sand 16.
Is it a thing? Can I find it?
This is a different edition of D&D. So I
customizable,
doubt it.
okay.
I doubt they're going to have shape sand.
It does not.
I mean,
I would just make an extra spell cantrip. Shape sand.
Cool.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay, I'm taking that off my list. I'm also going to hand you 10 pieces of parchment paper and 2 bottles of ink.
Okay.
That's just something I was in the mix of grabbing, and I'm like, hey, these are papers that would be used for spell scrolls and ink, so I grabbed them. So if you ever need to copy spells later or something, you now have a way to do that.
Sweet.
And then I'm also going to hand you a mystery book, and then 2 5th level spell scrolls that I have no clue what they are, but
you need to decide where those would best fit for you, and you can tell me what spells you would like them to be. Dialect.
Oh. 5th level?
Yeah, it's going to be a while before you recast on those.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm just saying, if you're looking forward to, there's no Ricers out here.
oh, I know.
If you're looking forward to certain spells that you think that you would catch on your own, you know what I mean? And you want others in your spell book that you want to be working toward for copying purposes, like saving your gold and your inks and your whatevers. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Gotcha.
Then give me some ideas and I will talk about it.
We already talked about it.
Sweet.
Stop.
Those
Hit control 1.
Is the door locked?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Sorry.
it still sounded like
Welcome back!
Welcome back. There were some odd noises outside that we wanted to not be trying to entertain others while we were listening to. So yes. So Thylac, if you'll just kind of let me know what you want to do on those spells.
Enough times.
It's not my goal
Okay.
to,
You sound like a dumbass. Just do
you
it.
know,
It didn't sound.
give you. I mean, whatever ones you're
We
going
don't know,
to choose.
but-
I mean, I'll give you. Make sure these are different ones for you to choose. I mean, the purpose is for you to learn other spells. So, not to go.
Gotcha.
You have 2 of identify.
Yeah, not to like pigeonhole me, right?
Yeah, I mean, I want to be flexible. It's not. We can randomize them and see what you think, and then we can
That's
go
what I was
whatever.
Okay.
Okay. And then if you want to know what your book is, you're going to have to roll Arcana.
Or use the rod.
You already burned the rod once.
Oh my God! Guess what I rolled?
18!
20.
18.
Oh.
24.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not.
Someone
these
has
are-
microwaved
These are the
that
best rolls
dice.
I've ever had, and I wish that we were in combat for them.
All right. So you have a really cool thing that I got for you. This should be in the thing for you to choose from, because I believe it is actually a 5e item. You have found an enduring spellbook.
Whoa. Wondrous item.
Mm-hmm. If memory serves, it cannot be destroyed by water or fire. So it's kind of like
Whoa.
it's like a spell book you don't have to worry about.
Let's get started.
Yeah.
Unless it's stolen, but that's different. So I just thought that was cool. They're not super expensive. They can be purchased. You know, it's not that. It's not. Hold on, I need to be alone. It's not quite that.
Well, it
It's
is
just-
cool because, like, I can lose my book and just be hosed. So,
Yes, you can lose your book and be hosed. Yes.
At least you have a backup now, too.
yeah, well, I got to spend a lot of money copying it.
Well, but some
We
of
got
his,
money
but some of
now.
his spells are in his dad's spell book, so he at least has. He doesn't have to like go buy the scrolls again.
Right.
Right. He still can read his dad's handwriting and can do scroll copies that way. You know, he can't cast from that book, but he can copy from that book,
Neat.
Right.
which is a cool artifact.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I got.
I think that's everything. That's everything I had marked.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
then-
that was everything I had.
Except for whatever was in, what's-his-face's wardrobes.
Yep, you didn't get that.
It was something for me, too. Just kidding, I have no idea.
It's not so much a person. It just would have been awesome.
I'm just excited.
Yeah.
You got the magic guitar strings, man.
I know, that's neat. I've been running around with a water walking ring for a long
Now
time.
he's gonna change his name to Nicky Six and like get after it.
Woo! Now I'm melee. Never casting
Then you
another
got to make
spell.
then you got to make a radio show.
You
All
put
right.
it like this. That was neat.
Did you ever find an
Sweet.
iron flask? Did you ever find that?
A sanded iron flask? Because we can make one now.
Oh, no.
Could we put sand armor on my unseen servant?
Can you put the splint armor on it?
No, the sand armor.
Oh, sand armor.
It functions as armor.
Yeah.
Except it's not enough volume. It'd be like one grain thick.
At least
That's
he's
shiny.
wearing, he's wearing
Like,
something.
I'm gonna cast light on him. He's gonna be brilliant, like Cher in sequence.
We'll have him hang from a rope and be a disco ball.
A goblin? What? A goblin hanging by a rope is your disco ball? Is what?
Yeah, the unseen servant.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah. Okay. So, what is the plan, Stan?
I think you go to the portal.
Fushoga!
Hmm?
Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I want to stay here another week or two.
No.
No.
And you activate the portal trying to leave.
You slip and fall. You've broken your neck. Hand me your characters.
The party can carry you through the portal, or you can rest here for 6 to 8 weeks until you recover.
Just the unseen servant tending to my wounds.
Yeah. that you can call it that. You doing a backstroke there?
Yeah.
All right. So, is everybody there? You're done with doing your stuff, okay? So, as you are swooshing around, and you said you were looking for kind of blood on the ground as you're having this conversation, and, trading different devices. You notice that the circle kind of outlines an area that's big enough for you to get in and other people, and you're not sure where to stand. You don't know if you stand in it or out of it, or you hold hands, or
Identify!
you're not exactly sure how it works. You have a general understanding that you think you got to be inside the circle,
Okay.
but you're not positive.
Maybe if we do an Arcana check, we could figure it out.
While I'm just gonna inactivate that right now.
I do have some directions.
Yeah, isn't it like candle in
And
the
I'm
wind?
gonna put the distance one on us just because I don't know what we're getting into. Might
That's
as
a
well.
great idea.
That's a great idea.
I'll mark
Did
that.
he remember his instructions?
I'm gonna hide under a box.
So you're gonna
Move a box to the teleporting ring, what we think.
okay, and like get under it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or in it.
In it.
Yep. Oh, I don't remember exactly, but I think it had to be no more than 8 feet wide.
You are correct. So your history, that's close enough. So your history, you realize that the sign is rather kind of large on the ground, but it's a little wider than what he has specified on the thing. He's like, you need to be inside of 8 feet. So basically, what he was saying is that y'all need to be kind of
Close.
huddled up,
Tight.
huddled up,
Like in a
or
box. Everybody
Huddled
say
up.
hi to Potato Joseph.
Huddled up.
Low.
Hi, Potato Joseph.
Hello.
We have a
Welcome to the stream.
yes.
Oh, cool. We got someone. Hi,
Yeah.
Potato.
He gave
Joseph.
a spicy pepper for a chick.
Really?
You're a
to
spicy
get advantage
pepper.
on the chick.
If you want to talk to your viewers,
Yeah.
look at that camera right there.
That's you.
You're looking dead in the eye. That's your camera. It's like you locked up. Oh no.
I don't know what to say.
There's a blue light.
Yeah, he's aware of it. He's just
Can I hide? Where do I go?
You didn't see me because I was moving so slow.
You just John Cena.
Because your pants are so loaded.
No.
Yeah,
'Cause I was
silver
so
coins.
slow.
Jingling.
You can't smell me.
All right, so we gotta be in an 8-foot sphere.
You need to be an 8-foot diameter.
All right.
yeah, 8 by 8, like a packing box.
Yeah, you're gonna be.
All right.
cozy.
Let me know when you're ready, and I'll shout the word.
Is it 8 feet? How tall?
Uh-oh. You may
You
have
don't
to
know.
Let's assume 8-foot
Oh,
cube.
Does anybody else want to go be in a box? I can go get us a second box and put you in it.
Well, can we even occupy that space?
For the purposes of this,
You can
Okay,
occupy
that's
the
right.
same square as somebody, right?
you
Okay.
can share a space.
Does
I'm
anybody
saying-
else need to be in a box?
If you all are not trying to drag the planet with you by hauling crates of crap, then I'll
Gold
allow
toilet.
you to be in pretty much the same space.
All right.
Is anybody else trying to be
Put
in
that
a
flea in a
box?
box.
Do you want to be
Then
in
put
a
that
box?
box in a box.
There's only
I'll mail it
one
to
thing that
myself.
goes in a box.
And when I get here, I'll smash it with a hammer.
Yes.
Do you cut a hole in the box?
First step.
That's step one.
Step 1.
No, step one's find a box.
Oh, step 2. Cut a hole in the box. Step
Oh.
3. We
But
gotta
you're
teleport
taking
this
that
box.
box.
Teleport the box.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold my unseen servant in a
Okay.
manner to where I can chuck him if need
Be
be.
ready.
Soda!
I get a Fushro Dodge, just invisible man here. Just so you know, that is my reaction to just
Ready
If anything
mode.
were to be squirrely on the other side.
no first
Okay.
thing that moves.
That's what I said. So he cast the anti-stink bomb,
Mm-hmm.
and you are ready to throw anything that twitches.
First thing that moves. I don't care.
Okay.
I'm just yeet.
Okay.
Potato Joseph tried to roll.
And then, what is the what is
Gonna
the
get that
command
as a
word?
command soon.
Yeah, we're gonna get that.
Sorry, what? Are we ready?
Yes.
He had hide you.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm Woolly Mammoth. That's Lemon
I
Ravager.
told him I waved.
Oh.
I told him hi and waved.
Hashtag lemon pepper chicken.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead, Dave. Go ahead.
I don't know. You're standing in a circle now.
It's his
You're in the
turn.
teleportation
Huh?
teleportation
He
circle,
needs to say
and
the word.
Drazier!
Yeah, braziers.
Braziers.
so as you speak the command word, you see a bluish purple outline, almost like someone were pouring lit ink, almost like fire, almost like drizzling burning honey. But it's this purple blue, basically rings around the outside of the teleportation circle.
Mm-hmm.
So it glows and it lights up kind of the bottom of the fog.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're standing there, it's almost like you're standing in the light itself. It does this weird reflection off of the bottom.
I really wish I had my
Yes.
hands free to just start playing some, whoop, 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 you know. But
Right.
Some bass lines.
sorry guys, I'm letting you down.
And then,
It's perfect
and then
time
we hear
for
the
it.
Full Metal Alchemist theme song.
And
wrong
so
one.
as this thing circles around, as it kind of comes back around, you notice where it touches, there's a line that goes back in, and it shoots in toward the middle, and then just about the time that it gets right, it looks like it's getting a run right up under your feet. The outside walls just shoot up to the ceiling, and you are engulfed completely in a shining purple light tube, right? And as you're looking at that, the light just gets this super bright purple,
Mm-hmm.
and then darkness. You see absolutely nothing. And about one full second, so like a couple of heartbeats from the dark, you come back. It's this huge burst of light, and you are looking out. Instead of seeing the glowing, or the kind of the top of the cave, right, where you were in this purple tube, you immediately, as you open up, there's this giant purple tube, and you see blue sky, and then the tube just falls down to the ground and onto a circle, and you see kind of the reverse process. There's this purple line that kind of pulls away and unwraps as if you were almost peeling a
Fruit
ground
by the
potato. Yeah, you're peeling it back up off the ground.
I feel like I was just born. By all your descriptions.
Are we there yet?
That wasn't nice. I was trying to be nice with my description.
No, it was perfect.
Are we there yet? Listen, 6-year-old, I'm gonna step out. You can stand by the side of the road. That's what I think.
Has anything moved?
You're only as old as you feel.
So as the purple comes down, you recognize a few things immediately before anything else hits you. It is sunny outside. There are it's a blue sky with white fluffy clouds. You're in what appears to be a deciduous forest. There are trees everywhere. You are standing on a teleportation circle, much like it's not drawn exactly like what you had, other than the outside ring. The design's slightly different.
Are we on like a pad, like stone,
Yeah,
metallic,
it's like
or
stone. It's
okay.
like carved into a big pad of stone.
Okay.
On each side of you, which you didn't notice when you were in the cavern, if this was true, you have two pillars. You have a pillar on each side. They seem to have runic carvings in these pillars. As you kind of open your eyes and realize that you're standing in a forest, this little squirrel kind of pops out from a tree. And he just
I chuck it. Drazier.
Okay.
What are you chucking?
My unseen servant.
At the
He just-
squirrel.
He chucked his unseen servant at this.
Did you just teleport your unseen
Did
servant?
you say the command word?
Yes!
Are we gonna go back?
He did. He said Drazier, and you watch what you think would have been the trajectory of the unseen servant, and then it looks like something invisibly falls on the squirrel and just sluts the squirrel into oblivion. But you're not sure. You're pretty sure that he just crushed the squirrel. He, she did. But
Man, you're gonna be in trouble if you're.
Oh, I know.
but
Right in the
no,
thing.
nothing happened.
We didn't teleport back the other way.
Braziers
Well, you didn't pronounce it right.
with a silent D.
Oh,
How do you
that's
spell it?
You can't Google that.
You can't Google broth.
D-R-A-Z-E-R.
D-R-A-Z.
Maybe there's a different word to go the other direction.
Ooh.
That's what I'm saying. Say it in reverse.
Strap. Did we teleport?
Razard.
No, that doesn't do anything.
It's like I had to spell that.
What if we turn around?
Spell it slowly.
S
Just-
L O W L.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get my guard up because we're in a new place that we don't know, and we just killed a squirrel.
I didn't even get to make an attack roll. Like, no.
It was a squirrel.
Those are very dexterous. He could have dodged.
Have you seen them?
They get hit by cars all
Yeah,
the
but he
time.
didn't see anything coming at him.
He would have just been hopping along.
He was gonna go collect his nuts, and you just hit him.
You just smashed him in the nuts.
They're in another
To
dimension.
death.
He was storing up for the winter, and then you just
Well, it's nice out. Definitely not close to winter.
for the winter. He was preparing.
Wow, he's 2 ahead of the game, so that's
so
why he died.
these pillars that are up there, are
How
they?
long have we been
Do
playing?
they look
3
pretty
years?
solid?
Mhm.
Okay.
As you are standing here and turning around,
4th campaign?
Thylac actually noticed as he turns around behind him, he notices that off in the distance there is what appears to be a hunting lodge off in the distance.
Hey, Ollie, you think you might want to? Can you destroy some of these pillars so that no one can follow us?
I'm gonna.
With your stone.
Do you guys all want me to do that?
We might
We might
might
need
need
this.
it.
go
but-
back the other way.
I don't know.
We should rig a trap here.
We could, yeah.
It's not, so you don't have to do that. I'm just going to talk to you about other things you see. You can see the sun. It's warmer than it was where you just came from. It certainly is less humid and wet, right? But there is a part of you with the wind that makes you feel like you're at a higher elevation. You can kind of tell that you're up. You're not in a valley or anything.
Are there any buildings around us or
There's-
structures?
Just this one, and it's about maybe between like maybe 50 yards out in front of you.
Do we see anyone
60
outside
yards.
around the lodge?
I'm gonna call my
Patrols.
unseen servants back to me and start wiping the blood off.
anything.
You guys all smell fresh pine right now.
You smell pine trees.
Does your
Because
ancestor
we're in
have
it.
like
You're-
blood
The wind
and
kind of
fur?
blows, and the wind is blowing, and you see clouds moving over, and trees swaying, and leaves are rustling, and doing a thing, and
Where's the sun right now? Is it directly above us, or can we tell a direction from it?
that's a good question.
If I were to put a
Hold
stick in
on
the
a
ground, could I
second.
figure out the time?
Hold on.
Is it day path? That's what I mean, because that makes a difference.
Or those pillars might even be enough. I don't have to do a
Mm.
stick. There might be a shadow from the
That is
food.
important
So-
too, because I can get a recharge on my rod if it's a new day.
I know that's funny.
I would say that the sun is low in the sky.
Which direction?
Well, that would be the question. You'd have to wait for a few minutes to figure out if it gets brighter, meaning it's morning, or if it gets
Just
darker.
which way is the sun from where we are, is all.
It would be to your left.
Okay.
Which way is the moss growing on?
So plant the stick, and then make our angles so we can find east and west.
Man.
And then we'll measure again in 15, 30 minutes.
Yeah, agree. I mean, because my goal would be to try and figure out time of day. Just a sense of where we're at.
Does the sun still rise in the east and set in the west in this world, not just where we are right now?
Yeah, we don't know. Oh.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's a standard orbital plane, kind of that part of it. You know, it's not rises in
Well,
the
maybe the Forgotten
northeast
Realm
and
spins the other way.
Yeah.
Say what now?
Maybe the Forgotten Realm spins the other way.
Boy, I hope not, because I've been doing it wrong the whole time. If it does, I'm saying I'm putting you on a standard, orbital model. I can't keep track of the rules as it is. If you add that on, I don't know if I could function. I mean, that would be terrible.
So I'm done wiping blood and matter off my unseen
Ill
servant.
matter?
Ill matter.
He probably just rolled around in the ground and got the gook off of himself.
What unfortunate. And I'm going to say, hey guys, let's go check out this cabin. And then I'll just leave one little, dab, so that way they can see him walking.
Mm.
You know?
A dingleberry.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
Of course, yeah. You gotta have that. Sometimes it happens.
You gotta sneak up behind him and stick a little piece of toilet paper in the back of his foot, so he has a little trail as he's walking.
Well, is it somewhat longer grass to where they could see his trail?
Sure.
Then I don't have to worry about marking him.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, this is not like mown lawn. That you're in the forest, and somewhat of a meadow clearing is where this house is, and you're kind of at the edge, the outer edge of where that is. You're on this plate. You got these two stones. You can see if you walk across this, we'll call it a lawn for lack of a better description. You're going to go to this multi-story, what appears to be a hunting lodge.
Awesome.
That's your
Was there any
perspective of what it is.
blood or anything on the stone of the teleport?
Roll investigation.
Ooh, 8.
Sounds like squirrel blood.
Yeah, that's squirrel blood.
You're not sure if it's blood or dirt.
Okay.
It's not a clean surface.
Okay.
I can say that. It's not like this is a pristinely maintained surface.
Okay.
So
We don't know how those.
maybe could have had blood on it.
Could I tell how
Or
old
could
these
it-
stones were?
Ooh!
Yeah, roll history.
Get your advantage with your stone cutting, multiply it by 12. Give it a good trunk sniff.
I lost one. I'm down to a 17.
Okay, hold on.
I'm
There is
wondering,
a
since
whole
we
thing
know that
about
someone
that.
was
Oh
running,
gosh, I opened a can of worms.
Whoops.
Since we know that someone was running to the portal, and Thylax said that it was used 5 or 10 minutes before we got there, it makes me wonder if there's any kind of trail,
Or footprints.
or of
Yeah.
whoever was running through and used the portal.
Or anybody dropped anything.
Can anyone do any tracking or anything like that?
Nature-wise?
Survival.
Oh, survival?
Is it survival?
Yeah. Oh, I'm +4.
Hey, there we
Would
go.
it be investigate? No.
Yeah.
No.
I can look for tracks.
Okay.
Do it.
So yeah, they're really old when he gets back.
21.
21. What?
Look for tracks.
We're going to see
Nature.
if there's
Survival,
any
to look for tracks of any kind.
Okay.
or remnants from anybody.
Find a map. Hold on, and I'll tell you what direction they went.
Oh, Dora's here?
On the map. On the map.
On the map. On the map. On the map. On the map.
We're gonna lose all followers.
I don't know. This Potato Joseph and 4chan are having a great conversation. It's good times in there.
Okay. Because you don't know your cardinal directions yet.
Would he be able to with that nature roll? To like lick a stone and know which way the wind blows?
In a little while, you might be able to tell what direction you are at by using the sun.
Yeah.
Moss grows on the north side of trees.
Most of the time.
Yeah, not here.
I'm just saying, if you were to have your portal circle like that, right? And let's say that this lodge thing is that way, right? When you dropped in, you were initially facing this direction, and they went off in that direction. Does that make sense?
Yep, they went that way.
They went whatever that way is. But now
Okay.
you've turned around and you're facing this. So if you're facing the lodge, it would be like 4:30 or 5 o'clock if they're facing the lodge. Does that make
Do we want
sense?
to try to
Michael,
follow?
do this and do Lemon Ravager.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm clear.
Yeah.
Lemon Ravager.
Do we want to
So
try
the
to
tracks
follow?
go down.
And someone's cleaning the
Oh.
floor.
Knife down.
Is there rice
Okay.
on the floor now too? And maybe some barbecue sauce or
Nope,
little bits of...
Good.
Oh, okay.
just a steak knife.
That sounds safe.
How's your toes? This
Your
little
foot.
piggy going to the market?
I'm down to 9, boys. It was an exciting D&D. All right. So the question is, what are you doing? Are you gonna stand here? You gonna go get in the bushes? You gonna go up to the lodge? What are we doing?
Do we want to try to follow the track?
Are there any bushes to pick up is the question.
Okay,
Not
track.
that you could. You've got really pretty branches. You've got the most dense foliage I've ever seen.
Are the tracks discernible enough to where we can follow?
Answer me what? What do I have to answer?
Just, I know. 4chan's like, who's Lemon Ravager? And
Oh,
Potato's like, who is this person?
oh, yeah. Chan knows who I am.
I think we should do both.
Sorry,
But what's more pressing? Do we want to go chase down some people?
I'm interested in the lodge.
I'm
Well,
curious
we know
about the lodge,
that
too.
Resmir and them were hurt, or whoever was with him were hurt when they.
So are there any
So my guess is that. Could
are there
be-
any blood splatters? Is that what
That's
you're
what I was
That's-
asking.
That's what.
He noticed that he was saying, is there some blood?
Right.
And then Thylax said, are there tracks leading away? He
Right.
rolled with his,
Nat 20.
microwave dice.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Go.
18!
He's like, I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, you noticed some tracks going off there that way.
Why is he the angry man?
Because, who's the angry man?
Huntrosity.
Angry man.
You're getting us distracted from our game.
4chan asked why are you
Because
still
that's
the
what he
angry
was
man?
always called.
Angry man.
You're fine.
Oh, from.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Wow.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
That was a while ago.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
And now Potato's gonna be super confused.
You don't remember?
Yeah. No, I remember.
Were you a mad player?
No.
So he just has an angry
It's-
voice.
It's a
I think we
story.
should go past, or we should go follow the tracks because we can
They
always
go away from the lodge?
Right. So it's like they spawned and went away from the lodge. But there's no tracks going towards the lodge.
So they're not.
Let's
hiding
just be
there.
quick on the lodge then, see if anybody's there, say what's
How
up, and
big
see
is
if they
this
can
lot?
give
I
us
mean, is it
direction.
pretty?
He said it's a 2-story.
They may be
It's-
long gone before we finish
it's
the
a-
lodge.
It's a 2-story building.
Perfect for a long rest.
That's
maybe,
what I mean.
Maybe 3-story building. It really depends. I mean, I've got images I can show you.
Did
I
you-
say we
I mean,
go
this
to the
is-
lodge real quick and do a quick check for traps. If there's nothing crazy about this thing,
This
we
is
knock and see who's
generally,
there. Nobody answers.
that's
move on
generally
with their
what
life.
you see when you look at it.
That's not a lodge.
That is a lodge.
That's like
It's like
a
a
country
hotel.
cottage.
I'm a big
Yeah.
big
Like a
elephant.
hotel.
That's
Yeah. I don't know. Kind of.
So when we saw the trucks, did they look human-like? Were they amphibious?
That's all that guy. He
All
said
right.
there's tracks going that way.
Roll me again. See if you can
Oh,
discern
30.
the track type.
Microwave it.
16 plus 4,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to roll all like 4s and 5s
In combat.
Oh yeah.
We should just play for the next 24 hours.
So you
We just won't ever stop.
you are not positive, but you can tell that the whatever this was not an animal in an animal sense. It appears to be humanoid, but you are not sure if these are made like because you have some hunches about people that were back at the castle and knew who to do this, or may have had this. You are not. There's nothing about the tracks that would be able to discern whether this person would be something like an Asbarajos or a Resmir. There's nothing so identifying that would say this is person X. You just go, yeah, this looks like bipedal human, bipedal-ish, upright, medium humanoid
Hurt.
creature.
Probably moving
Yeah.
slow.
Yeah, are there any slides to the footsteps, or is it very distinct?
What does a gate look like in the mud? Or non-mud?
You have to roll like a 35 to figure
we're
out
getting
like, what's
super
the
meta.
exact gate. I'm just saying.
No, all that would give us
tracking.
an idea of how far they may have gotten based on how hurt they are. That's what we're trying to figure out. Because if it's a limp,
Right.
like if you were to step in mud
Right,
and
but he's
slide your
saying-
foot,
I'm saying it's not muddy. It's a grass meadow with trees around it.
oh, so
Right,
okay,
it'd
so
be
you
hard
wouldn't
to-
I'm
see
just saying
that
you
and
can
get it.
tell that somebody. I'm saying rolling a 20, you can tell that this isn't an animal merely going through this. That this is a bipedal humanoid of medium size, but it's not muddy. It's not like where you came from, where you had mud that would preserve prints.
How much did they
This is
weigh?
grasses.
I'm just kidding.
As
I'm
much
just messing with
as a
you
duck.
now.
They were half as thick as you are.
Well, it depends. Was he moving something? Because then he
Because
counts
then it
twice
could have
as
been
much.
Because then he's twice as thick.
Yeah. I'm down for either. A building's not gonna move.
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
But the people in there might be helpful.
Or they may not be.
What do you
And
want to
This
do?
portal went to this lodge. We know what was connected to
Maybe
this
there's a
portal.
map in the lodge or anything in
I
there,
think this guy's
paperwork
getting
that
away
might
from
have.
us.
We can come back.
Yeah, we can come back.
It'll give us a description to know where we're at. We could be in our same room. We don't know where we're at.
We can come back. But that guy, whoever's running, is
They
not.
may know that we're there.
Yeah, and they may warn somebody else.
They
We
don't
may-
know that we're
We don't know that they
here. They
We
don't
don't
know
know that they don't know.
don't. They don't know.
Yeah.
That
that
we
they
know.
don't.
They
What
don't
do you
know
mean, you
either.
people?
Your
Yeah.
halberd vibrates like hell
right now.
right now.
Yeah, let's start following the people.
Guys, let's sprint to cover and see if something comes out that portal.
Run
So
to the
wherever
bushes.
the closest tree setup is, like side of forest, whatever meadow trees.
How about we hide like next to like a tree line, but near the house, to where you can still keep an eye on the house.
That's
and
kind of
then
what we're.
So like if we're
Yeah.
here,
Doesn't matter.
we're
We gotta
sprinting
go.
like here. If
Yeah.
there's,
Over there.
so we're just running,
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
moving there now.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow the tracks.
I'm gonna tell you guys run.
I'm ready. Yeah.
Out from
Let me go there.
out from the woods. So as
As we're running to the woods.
you run into the woods in one direction and kind of coming out into a clearing just across from you, you see 2 trolls
Oh.
and 3 ambush drakes. They're kind of almost like walking the drakes,
Mhm.
right? They're out there, and you hear them going, I heard someone. And the other troll's like, I know. Where are they? We should turn loose the drakes. They're kind of a slow speech. And the drakes are like pointing generally right at your direction. They kind of saw some movement. You can see them kind of kind of looking for things to move. They're kind of doing. Of course, they don't smell anything
Right.
because you all are.
Did
effectively
you guys
odorless.
move in range
Yeah.
of me? Because I had that activated.
We all did
Are
together.
you guys close
you
enough
did
to
together.
me?
You said
Yeah.
you're gonna try. I'm gonna let that
Okay.
go. But the drakes are, they're looking for emotion. I'm just saying you're kind of peering out what's there, and you can see them. Basically, they're more or less seeing through you, but they're looking at you. I mean, they're right over there.
Like when a
And-
deer looks in the trees, they know something's there, but they're like,
Not sure what it is. So anyway, the drakes are kind of looking like they saw movement. They don't see the movement right now. You know, it's like T-Rex. The T-Rex, don't move. I can't see you.
How close are they?
At this point, maybe 40 feet.
Okay.
oh Jesus.
So can I just do? And then my unseen servant starts running and pulls on it, one of their tails.
We might do that. So, I'm just saying, so you see them standing there, and these two trolls, hey, what are we doing? Let them go chase stuff. We're supposed... And the guy's like, shut up. We're on patrol. We gotta go do our stuff. The other one's like, I am doing stuff. We're letting the drakes go chase things. No, we're supposed to chase the things. It's our job to chase. It's your job to eat. And I'm like, no, I think it's our job to kill. Their job to chase. So you can kind of hear them having this not particularly bright conversation in front of you. And I'm sure that you're actually all kind of trying not to laugh.
I'm gonna cast
Wander.
silence on us.
Okay.
My wand of silence.
Okay. So you're now quiet and smell delicious.
There we go.
Can you hear anything when you're in the silence?
No.
Like if it's out
So
there,
we
you
can't hear anything now?
No.
I'm gonna cast message.
But he can still do that. Yeah.
on one of them. I hear something behind us. To just one of them.
Like, what do you mean something's behind us? Like, what do you mean?
Well, that guy we can't
You
hear.
told me.
That guy we can't hear.
No, he would when he's talking back. He would be able.
No, you won't be able to hear
told
the
me
second
there
guy.
was somebody-
No.
So what you see
Yeah,
is
you
you
would
see
be.
the two of them kind of turn back the other direction. They're kind of now, neither one's looking at you. They're like, but over there, you did you see? So they both are going through this very confused. You can tell by their look like, I don't understand. What? Who's back here? And so they're having this head scratching conversation moment, and the first one, basically that was holding onto the guard drakes has drops the harnesses or the leashes for the guard drakes, and so they are now walking out toward you, and they are actively
I'll cast
sniffing and rooting around.
minor illusion on the opposite, like 30 feet away,
Uh-huh.
and just cast a minor illusion of something ducking behind the grass or a tree. Just put movement over there.
Oh, okay. Do you have like some kind of a spell save DC?
No,
I
it's
failed.
There's not one. Well, I
it's
failed.
literally I cast minor illusion 30
Okay.
feet away from me.
That's fine. So you notice that the guard drakes they get all of a sudden they get distracted. They kind of make growling noises and hissing whatever, and they all run off toward whatever this minor illusion is. And they're kind of, if they were dogs, I'd say they were barking at it, but they're not
Yeah.
dogs. So I don't know what an ambush drake.
But we don't.
Sound
Either way,
would
we
make.
just see.
Right, I'm saying you see them, their attention is over there, and eventually you see the two trolls. Oh, excuse me. Walk over to that very same thing.
I take away my illusion before
Right.
they even before the trolls look. Like as soon as the guard drakes start going over there, boom. illusion's gone.
Okay, well, they already got over there and they're making noise.
Right, the dogs can be over there. That's fine. They can go over there, but like they go over there. I want the illusion to be gone before those
Okay.
two get over there.
Okay. Well, at any rate, the guard drakes that would have been over there are making noise,
That's what.
and eventually you see the two trolls, kind of stop with their bizarre looking at things. Bizarre staring. Like, what are you doing? I thought, they walk over and basically grab the reins of the guard drakes, and they start kind of slowly moving on. You can see that after watching them for a few minutes, that there is a loose patrol that you can tell that sometimes they're outside of the woods and sometimes they're in the woods or right on the edge of the woods. They're not really staying to the walls. They kind of are doing a wandering around. And now that you've gone to one side of the building, you can kind of get a better size of what this building is, right? It's kind of a half basement foundation, right? You can kind of duck and walk down underneath the building, and then there are two stairs. It's basically wood construction. There are lots and lots of windows, but it's not really that large if you were to think of the actual physical size. It's maybe 80 feet on a side, on the short side, and maybe 100 feet wide. So it's big,
Yeah.
but for a hotel-ish kind of size, for somebody that we're going to take, if you're going to have a large hunting party go out and you need a place to stay, you would expect to stay at a place like this for a few weeks.
Do we want to keep going into the woods after the tracks?
Which way did you move in relationship to this? Did you move toward me or did you move away from me?
We've moved.
Whatever's towards into the woods.
Yeah, wherever the woods are.
Well, the woods are basically everywhere around you.
I thought we technically moved this way and they came from this way. Or however you
I was
describe it, if we
picturing
moved
back.
this way and they came
Yeah.
this way.
Wherever they came from, we moved the opposite.
We were the
Yeah.
opposite technically. So however,
Okay, they were coming from this direction.
Okay, so then that means we
so
would have
you're
had to
gonna,
been
so
over
you're
here.
moving away from that
Yeah,
direction.
we would have had to been on this
Okay.
side. I mean that's
Right,
That's
yeah,
fine.
we probably would have been like, here's the tracks, and we're like, oh crap, and we just ran down the tracks a little bit.
You see two smaller outbuildings
Shitter's full.
from this perspective. Not outhouse buildings.
oh. I took that wrong too. I was like, man, I gotta pee.
There's two smaller outbuildings that you see. You can't see you can see all of one, and kind of through a gap between the larger lodge and the smaller one to like a third building back there. And these buildings are like 25 by 40. More like the size of a house we live in, like normally, there's two of those. And based on the sizes of, at least on the one nearer you, based on the size of the doors, it looks like they probably keep horses or other large livestock in there. That's your guess.
Does our path boy lead to those, or does he lead away from it?
The path for the tracks. Everything. That's all this direction. Your tracks are headed definitely away.
Okay.
Do we hear any animals in that area?
Roll perception.
6.
You're not really sure if they're animal noises or just forest noises. There are sounds generally coming from that direction.
Guys, we might find some horses this direction. Wait, are we out of the
I say
area
nay.
of silence?
I say nay.
If you're near me,
Are we
then you're.
How long is
silent.
this silence going? Because
I can take it down.
well, I don't know because I've been talking this whole time. If you guys can't hear me,
Yeah,
I
we
thought
have
you
no
guys
idea
could
what
hear
you're
me this
saying.
whole time.
You're just like,
like yeah, like
That's funny.
you're just talking. Yeah, I've been talking to this whole time.
actually, I cast it on you.
That's
awesome.
so funny. So yeah, so if you haven't taken it down
I
yet,
haven't. Yeah.
then I'm like
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're probably getting frustrated that no one's responding to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I am getting.
Okay,
frustrated
I'll
at that
notice
point.
that you are trying to communicate, and I will take it down.
You're like, do you guys not understand what I'm saying?
No.
Like, I think there's horses over there. We can go get some mounts to move faster.
That's in the opposite direction.
It's
Yeah.
not very far.
We're taking valuable time, though, that we may lose. I mean,
Each time we talk about it, we take time. We could be faster if we got mounts and headed that
I'm just
way.
saying. Yeah, but
So
we're
you
way
want to
more
leave
noticeable.
the inn now?
No, I still want to go to the inn. But if we're gonna follow the trail first, I'm just suggesting
But if
there's
we get the
mounts over there.
horses, what are we going to do with them if we decide to go to the inn? Because if we park them at the inn, it'll show that there's somebody inside. And we look for
We can tie them up.
I know, but
I'm
that's
just
what I'm
saying, that's, yeah.
We're just gonna follow the trail.
Yeah.
Executive decision.
Okay, you guys are missing out on cool, sweet mounts. There was a
We can come
fire
back.
horse.
Okay.
And a
And-
sand horse.
And we will end there tonight.
Oh. Okay.
Well, you guys missed out.
You're gonna have us end with a
How-
combat.
There's something getting ready to happen. I know.
How far do we want to follow the tracks, though, before we're like, and then we need to go back to the lodge? I mean, say we follow it and there's nothing there.
So how close
For a
together
while.
are all of you?
Still within smelling range.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If 15 minutes hasn't been up.
It hasn't.
So that's what I'm saying. I mean, if we follow this,
So
We're
you all are sitting here having this conversation.
correct. It's not. We're not yelling that I know of.
right,
It's quiet enough that it'd be like
like we
we are more
not whisper,
aware
but,
because
like-
of the patrol that we saw.
Yeah, I
we
would
don't know
imagine
what else is around
we're
us, so
on
we're being
alert.
quiet enough
Right.
for that.
Right,
Loud enough to hear each other out of silence.
right.
So you and Zenric get this kind of tingle on the back of your neck.
It's ticks. I don't want it.
You get this tickle on the back of your neck.
Is my halberd vibrating?
No.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, not for you, but do you have hair or feathers? What are you covering?
I am. No,
He's-
that's my other character. I'm celestial, so I'm just like,
Beaming sunshine.
yeah, I'm just a frickin' ray of sunshine.
All right.
I mean,
So-
have skin, celestial skin, if you will.
Okay.
Thanos.
Mm. Done.
Edward Cullen.
I'm a colon, apparently. What'd you say?
All of the
Here.
little, all of
It's
the
for
little,
Twilight.
all
Oh,
of the little
Edward.
hair.
Team Edward.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. 'cause
He's
it's-
Sparkle.
Edward Cullen.
He's
Yeah.
Sparkle.
That's what I couldn't figure out. I was like,
Yeah.
you're a colon.
I don't,
I don't get it.
No,
I
I
drowned
know
don't
what's
starfish.
about it.
You're just full of crap.
It's about
That's a motorcycle.
my ears are pinned to know what it sounds like.
Okay, so yes, so you have your little hairs on, especially on your trunk, all kind of start standing on end, almost like you can feel electricity,
Gemna's coming.
right? As you sit there, and then all of a sudden, you see this black ball just drop into the middle of
Shit.
Of all of us?
all of
Oh.
you. It's like
Asteroid.
somebody dropped a bowling ball in front of you. Right in the middle of you, and all of a sudden it pulses once and then shoots out, and you are all engulfed in this silvery black light.
I'm
And that's-
sorry.
And that is where we're ending it for tonight.
I'm gonna put my shield up.
What did
like
you do?
Oh, is this what I think it
It's
is?
exactly what you think it is.
Mother.
Oh.
It's gonna be exciting for you guys.
For me to know that and you to oh.
That's why I
You
said
can't say it.
So this is what I pictured.
the two of you know
As
exactly
soon-
what's happening. Like, oh.
So technically, as soon as this would have happened, you would have seen my face just be very dull, an expression like no excitement, just kind of like more of awe, not complete fear,
Sure.
but less than not a poker face, less than that. Like poker face would be too happy for where I'm at right now. Like you guys would see me of like.
So we didn't take damage from it necessarily.
You don't know.
Oh, okay.
Not yet.
To be.
This is
You don't
wow.
To be continued.
Yeah.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Yeah, you'd almost see me as petrified. That's a
Yeah,
good
no,
descriptor of just.
Yeah, that's not wrong.
I'm not
I am
scared.
no
I
longer
can't run.
standing.
I'm not happy.
Let's put it that
Well,
way.
how are you? What's your position then? If you're not standing.
I am
Fetal, very fetal,
probably to my knees.
Fetal?
very fetal.
Okay.
My face is to the ground.
Oh.
Like more than likely, I probably would have had my weapon and just set it down and just.
Yep. We're just gonna stand here for a second.
You all don't know what's going on.
I'm so excited! I love you, Dave! That's the best way to end it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best way to describe what I would do in this situation. Like, no matter what to start it, that's just. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love you all.
Alright.
Good one.
See you next time.
Alright, well,
That was good.
that was fun.
See
I'm
ya.
scared. See you
Guys,
guys.
thanks for coming.
It's going to be interesting. Thanks,
Thanks,
Joe.
Dave.
If you'll hit control 1.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for the match.
See you later, stream.